Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the hottest show on the earth. My name is Dr. Sid. You got to say it twice. And I'm here with two people. You can call us thrice. It is Esmery and Camille. And we are here at the Apex Legends African Showdown, which is a throwdown brought to you by Nordwind Gaming, and it's amazing. I'm super happy to be here. We had an amazing semi-final one yesterday. Today, semi-finals two. Esmery, how you feeling?
I'm feeling ready. I feel like you guys had quite a hectic day yesterday. It was quite exciting. It was quite action-packed, and I'm hoping today is going to be the same. Hopefully, just this time a little bit more streamlined, perhaps.
Camille, you refresh, you ready?
Listen, everybody on stream thought I was vibing there to the Dr. Sid soundtrack. Nah. I was doing the holy rain dance to make sure our servers work today, Dr. Sid.
All right, let's take a look at the schedule for today. Straight up into the scheduling of things. Look at that. We are doing four maps today. This is amazing. We're going to go to Kings Canyon for semifinal 2. Then we jump to Olympus, come back to Kings Canyon, and then we fly back to Olympus for some exciting action. It is going to be amazing. Now, we have some amazing teams who participated yesterday in the first semifinals. Some people went, calm. Some people that we expected to be in the top 10 didn't make it to the top 10. So today we have another set of crazy, amazing players. Now let's take a look at the team list of players or teams that are going to be playing today in semi-final 2.
Obviously, we've got 80K on number 1, Dr. Sid.
That's you. Those are your guys now. Keep talking about the list. You know them more than me.
So obviously we've got 80K, Mayo, Alex, who finished second in their group, and of course underrated. So this group's a bit different from Group A yesterday because semi-final 1 yesterday, rather should I say? Because I feel like we have a lot more of the slower teams. If you look at Dark, OGC, they play a lot at a much more slower pace in the game in terms of they rather play their zone. They play more conservatively. Where yesterday we had all the mad lads in the same lobby. They all just wanted to kill and get kills all the time. But this time, of course, it might be a bit more balanced. But I say that 80K could just wake up mad yesterday. They didn't have the best run in GLLL and probably want to get some revenge today. Take out all that frustration.
I'm just going to say one thing. I just see Outlaws NG, and I'm hoping that my guys come through and give us a top 10 finish today. Just so you know that to represent for West Africa, what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, But let's see. Now, we have these teams in the standings, and they're all here. You can see all the points stay 0. Let's see how the points are going to be distributed for these guys to qualify for the finals next weekend. Now, as we can see, first place gets 20 points, second place 14, third 10, and it goes down 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down to 11th to 20th position. But as we know, the kill points have also played a major part in teams getting up in the standings and moving up into higher places. So let's hope that these teams today can find the right balance between getting points in terms of placements and kill points. Now, we obviously have to remind everyone, and I'm going to let Esme remind everyone of what our players are playing for. This prize pool is, Esme, tell them about the money.
Ooh, of course, we got that $1,000 prize pool. Now it starts off with the 4th place team going to be taking away that $100, up to 3rd place taking $200, 2nd place taking $300, and then of course our champions of the Apex Legends African Throwdown are going to be running away with that $400 prize pool right in their pockets. Happy to do it, happy to take it away.
Hey, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be money in the bank. Today is a showdown because everybody has to know that Africa is doing things the best way that they need to do things. Esmery and Camille, we're going into a very, very special place right now, which is the place that everybody likes to be, which is Kings Canyon. Esmery, from our experience in this tournament, I want you to tell me about the different kind of metas you're expecting at this stage of the tournament and some of the things that people need to do to qualify for the next round. Because like we know, the top 10 people will make it into the final.
Of course, of course. I mean, we've seen a variety of metas, of course, towards the end of the group stages. Those last two maps, you really saw teams just going ham on Kings Canyon, on Olympus. It was absolutely just pure aggression. It was aggressive metas. We had Octane Revenant and Bloodhound combinations through the roof. And it was weird to see because we had a lot of your slower teams picking up the pace. We had a lot of your aggressive teams actually slowing down the pace. So now you're talking about the second group of semi-finalists. A lot of the teams are a little bit slower. I know Team Devs, they like to stay on the edge. They like to take in, the placement game to the max, and they like to take it slower. Whereas ATK, I mean, that's a team that we know for a fact, underrated as well, for a fact, that can go ham, can go right into the action and get the kills. So in terms of the meta today, I think a lot of your aggressive teams are probably going to be looking for that loot. I mean, all of them. That loot game is going to come first. They're going to need to get their loot up and at them, absolutely set and ready for the fights that are coming to go. I mean, Kings Canyon, it's a bigger map. They've got the advantage. They've got the space to take a little bit more time and get their loot sorted. So we'll see how it goes, but I am expecting a little bit of a slower pace today. Hopefully, teams know the stakes. They know why they're here. They know they want to make it far.
And Camille, I mean, yesterday we noticed that some players kind of played aggressive in the first two maps. They took it easy. What are you expecting from these guys today in terms of how they navigate through these four games today?
Oh, sorry about that, Dr. Sid. Me and Fighting with Technology is a dynamic duo right there. A terrifically terrible one. But what I was trying to say was that yesterday we expected teams to play very slow on the first map, try to secure their placement points and such. But for them, that wasn't the situation. The first game was straight out of the gate, pure heat, pure flames. One of the best games of Apex Legends we saw across the board in this tournament so far in that map one on Kings Canyon. So I don't know what to expect today in this first map, but they got a high standard to live up to compared to the first semifinals yesterday.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we are going to pass it over. I am going to pass it over to our amazing casters, the dynamic duo, the double trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Camille and Esmery, and they're going to take you through the step-by-step, blow-by-blow, shot-by-shot, dome-by-dome, region by region action at the Apex Legends African Throwdown, brought to you by Nordwing Gaming. Don't forget to follow us on all our socials. My name is Dr. Sid, and I will see you after the first game.
Maria, you ready for some hype here today?
I'm so ready. I've missed Apex, man. I've been playing ranked today, and now I'm ready to see how the professionals do it. They can teach me a couple of things, get me out of my ranked game. But man, oh man, I'm excited to see how this team is going to obviously perform. We've now seen the groups, Group A, B, and C. We've seen how they play. We know how they, generally who are our top 5, our top 10 in those groups. And now we've got a completely new platform. We've got a completely new set of teams that are going to go right at each other, and hopefully we're going to be seeing some action. I don't know if we're going to be seeing some 50-50s from the get-go, though. I mean, it's weird. We saw how those last two maps changed the group's mentality, how your aggressive teams, played it calm, how your calm teams actually played it more aggressive because they knew what the stakes are. But now we're in the semi-finals. What's that mentality that's going to be going through the team's head, Camille? What do you think? What's happening today?
Listen, again, I think from a tactical point of view, if I was one of these teams, I would be playing a much lower map on the first map, at least here in Kings Canyon, try to secure the placement points instead of taking any risks, so you feel a bit more comfortable going into maps 3 and 4. But at the same time, you don't want to put yourself on the back foot from the get-go as well. So showing confidence like a lot of the teams did yesterday from the get-go here in Kings Canyon, coming out, playing aggressive, taking fights that you want to take, it can work out in your favor. We saw like esports, they took was basically a 50-50 of spawn. They won a fight there. They got blind peekers very early. They came out of the gate and they won the first match overall. So that was a great start for them, and they were really good throughout the tournament. But then you see the risks of that kind of playstyle as well, Esmery, because DNMK, they were doing the usual thing, running around the map, getting kills and such, and they got rotated on by none other than Elite Gaming at some point quite early on in the match, and they went out with not even in the top 10. So there's risk to that aggressive playstyle as well.
Always is. It's what you have to play for. high risk, high reward potentially. But I am interested to see what's going to happen, where those drops are going to go. Of course, that circle is going to make a massive difference in how those teams are going to be choosing those rotations. We have seen time and time again some of your more experienced teams, they make such good calls based on those rotations, whereas other teams, they actually fall victim to them often times, running out of the zone straight into a team like ATK or your Mayo addicts, etc. And then unfortunately for them, I mean, they've just had damage from the zone and now they have to take on another fight already at the back foot. So I am curious to see how these the rotations are going to come across today. I mean, here it is. It's your semi-finals. You have to be making the right decisions here. And we can see the zone's already starting. The drops are coming in. Already the teams are splitting up. And so far, it's looking good. We're seeing quite a nice spread here. Might be seeing an early 50-50 there towards Salvage or Gauntlet, depending on where those teams are going to be dropping. But for now, we're looking pretty civil. We're looking quite respectful. You know, they're starting the semi-finals off quite nicely, you know. Just bumping heads potentially a little bit later after the loot game comes through.
I see the streamer team of Caramel Gamer and Daddy Cool and Cinta Live are there in map room. I'm just gonna full Kustendo plays not here. The first time he's not casting them actually in this tournament. I'm gonna put the extra bit of pressure on them because I know he has very high expectations of his boy Caramel Gamer and co. So y'all better do well. Otherwise, you know what Kustendo did last time. You guys underperformed. He flamed you guys, and I'm gonna have to fill that role unfortunately. OGC Esports, I'm very curious to see how they do this time. They're a team with a lot of potential. You see they have a lot of competitive experience in Apex Legends in the local region. So I hope they can put it to good use today on one of the biggest stages on the African continent in terms of competitive Apex Legends.
I must say, I've been very impressed by the participants that we've had so far. Either way, whether you have experience or you don't have experience, I think most of the teams have really showcased so much talent, so much potential, and I'm hoping that they're going to be keeping it up already. We've got Outlaws, Dr. Sid's team taking a couple of fights, choosing to fall back and just play it safe right now because none of them, not a single one of them, have a shield right now. So taking a fight, it's not going to be a good time for them. So thankfully, they've got the movement to get out of there safe and sound, get those shields up finally. Here we go. And potentially prepare for a couple of fights that are coming soon. I mean, already, you know, there's just a little bit of knockback. Teams are looking to find some kills early on. And ATK, of course, I mean, here they are looking for the exact same opportunities after those loots.
So this is a very interesting thing. Yesterday, Crash Site Landing Zone was in hot contention. So ATK, even though they're one of the best teams on the African continent, maybe arguably the best team on the African continent, did not have a good time in GLL. They were landing a lot of the time with DNMK and they were losing a lot of those fights. So if they didn't have a performance, they would have been happy with finishing only 14th place in that tournament. But today, I don't think it's going to be a similar situation. They're not looking to be contested at Crash Site today. We saw Lag also land there. So it is a very popular spot amongst the top teams here in the African Throwdown. So they got their loot uncontested. Mayo Addicts also sitting quite pretty. No real 50-50 so far, other than a little threat on Outlawed NG. But for the most part, teams they're playing smart. They know they're playing for placements. This is not a pub. Don't take any risks. And we have a full lobby of 20 teams. So the fact we haven't had any 50-50s is quite surprising today, Esmery.
It's what I was thinking about because, of course, it's the semi-finals. It's one of their last opportunities to really get the points, get into those finals. I mean, they've got full maps, so they do have a little bit of leeway, you know, some breathing room to work with here. But, I mean, it's high stakes. They have to focus and they have to play it smart. And you can see here, Pulse already taking a couple of fights. Those nades coming in. At least the Gibby Shield is there to give them some space. And, of course, it's none other than DDC Crimsons that are looking to start off Kings Canyon, the first map of the day. Nice and strong with potentially a squad wipe. We might see it. A little bit of a shield just knocking down there, but I do think that we've got Pulse just hightailing it out of there. They don't want to be taking on some early fights just anytime soon. Although, it doesn't look like they're completely falling back. Forward. They might actually be going for this. The Gibby bombardment is coming down, but that's just giving them some space, and with that Octane jump pad, they might actually be getting away with this.
Decent tracking there on R99, got the wrong longbow, but looks like El Capitan's down and all of them kind of getting wiped. He's just Pumper by himself there on Octane and he gets wiped. Good fight for DDC Crimson. They did have the armor advantage there. They had all blue shields and the side of Pales only had one blue shield and two whites. Did go down and OGC taking engagement as well. Actually, this is a third party. Forsaken Willis. Now DDC going to be in trouble. Or was that just, did they just steal the last kill there? No. They took out the
It
DDC member.
was OGC actually that went and took the Pulse team out. As Pulse was rotating away from DDC, they ran straight into OGC's crosses there. So unfortunately now for DDC, they've got a member drop. They have to pull back. They're already on the back foot here, and now their kills have just been taken away by OGC. So it's straight off the get-go. We've got a third party going, and OGC are looking to be quite happy with their performance there. They've already got an extra little bit of loot. They've got some kill counts. Looking good so
You see
far.
a
And
Watson in
DDC
this game
now
as well.
down to 2. Yeah, that's quite an interesting one. We haven't seen too many Watsons so far. I mean, you know, the hero choices, of course, up to the individual here. So we've got a bit of a Wraith, Crypto, and Watson combination. But I think that Wraith is going to be out for the count for pretty much the rest of the map. I don't think there's an opportunity now for them to get that banner. But we'll see, potentially.
They might have a chance if OGC move off that area where the banner is. It's still quite early in the game. It would be very worth it to try get the banner and try res the teammate. Give themselves a second chance. We did see hostiles detected here in 80k. They're going to look for a fight. Weiser taking a decent amount of damage to his armor there. Team devs, they usually like to play slow, like you said, Esmery, but I don't think 80k is going to give them a chance to. They're looking to run in. They got Opta here on Chamber. He's ready to run in. He's got the flatline as well with the EVA 8. Looking for those shots. And oh, that Speaker, he just ran in. He's got a sniper, but he's ready to take up close and personal fight here. And he brings one down, and the rest of his team are about to follow. They bring down 2. That's an easy fight for our overwhelming favorites here in the semi-final number 2.
Oh, Team Devs, you'd hate to see it, but I think that's going to be them out for the count here. Man, 80k, we were wondering what's going to be happening. I mean, they, as you mentioned, they had crashed out all to themselves, so they had plenty of time to loot up and get ready for this. And now Mayo Addicts in a predicament of their own. On top of the high rise here, looking to find teams rotating out of zone into the safety, but instead they're going to rotate straight into the crosshairs there of Mayo Addicts. Doing some good damage though. Man, Cold's going to have to rotate off. The team is taking on the aggression here. Who might be their components here? Oh, Fortune coming through, taking out Cooper. And man, oh man, of course, it's Underrated ZA looking to take a team wipe of their own. It's all down to K9 now as he's the last remaining member of his team, and there's still so much pressure being placed. It's a one-on-one
No, he's
situation.
missing his shots. It is going to be a 1v1. Did he get it off? He did, so it's still going to be a 1v1. K9 still alive. This is 2 of the top teams in this group fighting out so early here, Esmery. It's going to be determining a lot here. Can they win the fight? Fortune FPS from the low ground. Gets a couple of good shots there, K9. Does have the high ground though. We see it in Star Wars how effective that is. Going to get the raise off again. Is Fortune FPS going to be able to pressure? No, he can't. Now he's at a disadvantage because it's going to be a 2-on-1 here. Oh man, Underrated. They played that well. They were getting caught rotating out of zone by Mayo Addicts. Looks like they had a good fight, but now it's not looking so good anymore. It's going to be a tough task in Royal Esports. Here as well, they got a charge rifle. They got a decent high ground position so they can snipe people from a long distance away. And Cooper brings down Fortune FPS. So Underrated are eliminated. The second squad in the lobby knocked out Esmery.
Ooh, and it's just that added pressure of taking that fight in the zone. Of course, it's just the first zone, so the damage isn't that aggressive just yet. But Mayo Addicts should be able to get all their teams up and at them and ready for the next couple of fights. But yeah, Underrated. I mean, they were doing so well there. The damage, the knockbacks, it just... Man, what an early fight to take. And you said it yourself. I mean, Underrated is one of those teams that we look out for against Mayo Addicts as well. Another team. 2 of your top teams in the group so far that we've seen, but already 1 out of the count. That is just the beauty and I guess the aggression there of Battle Royales.
100%, you get to see crazy things right from the get-go here. You see, we win this playing with 2 players. I wonder if it's server issues or the third player couldn't make it. We saw a lot of teams play like this yesterday, and Punks most notably made it to the top 10 playing with just 2 players. They didn't get very high placements, but they were racking up kills like no tomorrow. Very dynamic duo with Colder, and I can't remember his team. Oh, Colder and Tremble. I actually remembered. Yay, my memory is not too bad at this point.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, going for kills in a duo situation, it's a little bit easier to coordinate, together. I mean, it's one less person, but you are always at that back foot, so that's quite impressive from them that they managed to get that far. And here we go, the streamer team. So you're putting a little pressure on them. You're waiting for some serious performance here.
This is Caramel Gamer. You showed us you're the best at Among Us. Now show us you can do it in Apex as well. Caramel Gamer gets a decent shot there with the charge rifle.
Doing a little bit of damage there to that purple shield. It's always good for getting those next evos up. It's only 85 away from that purple, but here's the Crypto coming in, and 80k under a little bit of a bombardment themselves. In a little bit of situation here. Wiso is down, but oh, that shot from Jamie. Oh, you have to be kidding. You have to love it. Gonna be taking one out for the count, and now it's a bit of a recovery still. But so far, looking good. Weiso still crawling away from danger there, just trying to get away from the sniper shots, bit by bit.
Silverbeards. I'm not sure if this is the team that is fighting up against 80k, but for them it's not looking too good. Weiso did get dropped there, so whoever took that fight, credit to them, putting the lobby leaders under pressure there. OGC also in a bit of an entanglement here. They're going to bring down Hankies and should bring down the side of IGL, it seems like it. They should win this fight, but it's looking a bit dicey. Oh man, actually couple two drops. Astro's by himself. Can he do the splash it out? It should be a one-on-one if I'm not mistaken. He's going to try. Shots on point, but the teammate protecting there. Uh-oh, he's missing. Is he gonna do it? He finally does do it, but not without a bit of a sweat first.
I don't know who was sweating, me or him, or I feel like I was sweating a little bit more than he was. But either way, OGC, they make it out of here. They're gonna get all the reses up and at him. 80k still fighting it out to try and get themselves out of danger here. Oh, these Kraber shots. These Kraber shots are just disgusting, but it's so good coming through here from 80k. Weiso is going to get the res and back in the action quite quickly. And Outlaws here looking to make Dr. Sid proud, fighting here so elegantly. We're just waiting to see how this is going to pan out here. Actually, it looks like they're trying to get out of a situation here. It seems like they need to reposition. That Wraith portal going to be going down. Just going to get some different
here
angles.
From Onyx. He brings one down. Limit's gonna get dropped. That was a great escape. Hopefully Outlaws can seal the deal here. Would be great. Dr. Sid is celebrating. He's probably having a party there. They're gonna portal back. They ain't just done, but they're gonna portal into teammate enemies here. They got the R9 and a very good gun for close range encounter. They should be able to win this on Outlaws NG. It's gonna be a bit tense. They're getting off the healing flask. They don't have the scan there from the Bloodhound. You should be able to get it off now though. And now they're going to go out. Purely Virgin hits a lovely EVA 8 shot. They're getting another down. So they should be a 2 or 3 on 1. But you see their rates, they're going to drop. But they should be able to clean up this fight in the end and get the res off. Shots are still going out. Purely Virgin going to be able to seal the deal. They get one shot off their EVA 8. There's another one. There's the clean sweep. But they might get third party here. OGC in the area as well. Outlaws, they won one fight. But is it going to cost them? They won the battle, but are they going to win the war? Esmery?
Oh, not having that time to reset and get ready. No, that's not the case. OGC coming for the cleanup here. Unfortunately, taking Outlaws out after a really good team wipe from them. I mean, it was a little bit dicey there. Of course, your positioning when you're playing around in these encampments, you know, as soon as you go in, it's a little bit of chaos. But OGC, they just waited for the perfect opportunity and they managed to get it. Now we can see Dark Esports here rotating around and 69 Gaming finding themselves in a bit of an action spot here. And unfortunately now for them, they're out of zone. They need to rotate in and there's a team holding them back from doing exactly that. So a little bit of stress on that situation now as the fights come through. And of course it's Mayo Addicts holding them out of this position here. Pathfinder on the way, on the clutch here with that outline there. Out that zip sign. Sorry, wow, what's this English? But now, Mayo Addicts going in for the hunt. I mean, why not? They've got the meds, they've done the shots. They're looking for the kills now.
Yeah, and it's great to see Mayo Addicts have found their bearings there. It was looking quite dicey for them after that first fight against Underrated, but I saw in the kill feeds they wiped out a whole team already, and now they're looking to find yet another Jetty is about to get brought down. You see gold shields already on cold, purples on the other two players, and this is what we expect from a team of their caliber. 69 Gaming, they're still on the run. Are they going to make it out, or they're going to get punished? There was some decent shots coming out from Okami-chan there. Got that R301, a ZA favorite. We see that Horizon Ulti just going to get smashed down there.
Ooh, the rotation's coming in, and Mayo Addicts in such a good position because they've got the zone. They can chill, they can wait for the teams to rotate into them because there's not a lot of options here. They can go around, but then they have to take some time in the zone to actually make it into safe havens here. So for them right now, it's a bit of a question. Take the fight or take the damage from the zone if you want to rotate out. I mean, that's not always a fun position to be in.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a winning fight for them because you just see how much more resources the side of Mayo Addicts have. Despite them being a team with more experience and a lot of time it seems to be more skill, they have better shields, better guns, and 3 versus 2. It's not a winning situation. They might have to just take the long route to rotate. Talking about the long route to rotate, look at me win these on outside of zone. Dropping pretty low. They should be able to make it back in just in time, but they might get caught at the edge of the zone if any teams are out here waiting for them.
Also only a 2-member squad here, so we've got a bit of an interesting group of teams here. Unfortunately, running it with only 2 members to work with, but oh, those charge rifle shots coming through. And Astwika, of course, here with the snipers, with the triple take.
It's going to be a big one,
a little bit of the glory.
It might be ATK versus Mayo Addicts here. Mayo Addicts trying to look for another team, and now ATK are on the hunt. They got a good position here. The triple take bow with the streaker. We know he's aimbot. He just doesn't miss on these.
I mean, ATK, they have no reason not to take this fight. They've already cracked 2 members. The healing is happening, but 69 only down to 2 members here. Now ATK are coming in to rain on their parade from too many angles to work with here. So you might be seeing another squad wipe early on. You can see Dasuika going in, taking down Surge, looking for more. Where is the last remaining member? Hiding and waiting. I think actually it might be a Wraith, but so far, they haven't spotted him. Oh no, it's the Pathfinder, Akani. He's managed to get out of the situation, but now his position is known. Oh no! Caramel Gamer coming in for the hunt, and he's going to be taking that kill away from ATK. So we might actually be seeing Revert Caustic and ATK taking a bit of a battle.
In games like Counter-Strike, in games like Dota, we call it a kill secure when a teammate steals your kill. But in a battle royale, we really can't mince our words. That was a kill steal. Caramel Gamer out of nowhere gets the kill, but now it might cost him because Chambi downs him. His Bird Coast are going to be under pressure. They're going to fight up against the top dogs in the lobby. Their stream's going to pop if they manage to get these kills. Chat, are y'all ready for this? Or is ATK just going to do what they do best and wreck kids?
Oh, this is the opportunity, Camille. You said you wanted them to show up today to perform, and now they're down to only 1 member. It's Cinder Live now against the likes of ATK, and there's so much pressure, and that's going to be it. K9 actually coming in and taking Cinder out. So there's another kill steal. ATK, what's happening? Everyone's just stealing your kills.
Well, let's see how this goes. ATK in a precarious position. Mayo Addicts looking to take the fight against them. Cold dropped down his armor is down low. K9 managed to get his armor pop again. They got the ulti available here on the Bloodhound for another 5 seconds, so they're gonna get a couple of scans off. Not gonna be an easy fight to take. Look at the damage coming out. The streak got dropped. Can Mayo Addicts do this, Esmery? It's gonna be a 2-on-3 fight for ATK here. And
Oh
under
my
pressure,
goodness
so
gracious.
much pressure.
Cooper has taken Dastuka out for the count, so now it's a pure 2v3 situation here for ATK. No opportunities of revival right now. They can recover the banner, but I mean, what are we talking about respawn points here? There's 1 available in zone right now, well, out of zone, but at least still within safe distance. But Mayo Addicts, they're pushing the issue here. They want to take ATK out. They want to make a statement early on. It's going to be Chambi and Wiso here to prove ATK's medal here and to hopefully go for those placements. We're in the top 6 and already so much action is going down. Chambi taking so many shots right now. But Mayo Addicts taking the time to loot, taking the time to set themselves up for the rest of the maps here. And ATK is still just trying to fight and rotate out into a safe position. Oh, this might be a different situation. Wiso down to quite a low standard there, but he has managed to take down 1 with him. As he drops, it's only Chambi left for ATK. It's a 1-on-2 situation now. The res might come through, and there it is. OGC back to 3, ATK down to 1.
Oh man, OGC coming in for the third party. ATK just got no time to rest. It was a very dangerous situation down here in the valley. We do see Chambi alive, still getting his team a top 4 placement here, but Mayo Addicts going to feel very comfortable right now. Yes, OGC managed to secure 1 kill on ATK Arena, but Mayo Addicts rather, going to feel like this is their game to win. They got the healthiest in terms of resources, they got top shields, and I would say they are the scariest team in the lobby, but OGC not going to let him have it for free. And we see Mr. Octane, Chambi on the run here. Let's see what he can secure. Chambi by himself can still put in a lot of work here. We saw Vyas pull up the John Wick, be that boogeyman and wipe teams out, but looks like Wiso gonna get wiped out there as well. So Chambi still is the last survivor here on ATK. No chance for any reses or anything like that. K9 under pressure, his shield cracked. Cold might be in trouble as well. Can he get the heal off? Or is he gonna get dropped? Oh, Chambi! He's still doing it. He's getting the revenge. He drops 2 from Mayo Addicts. Oh, it's time to tumble.
Oh, it's the reverse John Wick here. It's going to be Chambi this time getting revenge for his teammates. Res should be coming through. They've managed to get themselves just a little bit of safe haven
He's
here.
going
But
for it. He's going for it. He wants to punish. He doesn't let the res come off.
He's not stopping. He wants to take them out. He wants to get the revenge. Oh, but he's going to run into OGC, I believe. As he does that, and OGC now on the hunt for Chambi, not ATK, they're on the hunt purely for Chambi right now. They know exactly where he's going and they want to take out that last remaining member there of ATK. It's a top 4, and so far Chambi is just running circles around teams. Somehow, someway, he is still alive. That Octane coming in clutch right now, but oh! Here we can see OGC going now for Mayo Addicts. They're just looking for anyone and everyone right now.
OGC absolutely dominating the lobby right now. They're taking out their biggest competition, ATK. Just down to 1 player. I'm not sure, did Chambi survive or is he taken out there?
I don't know, there's been so much chaos.
And
I'm pretty sure he's still alive.
They're still here, they're riding it out. We got 6 players left. Yeah, he is still alive. Chambi gonna fight out here. Is he gonna win the fight? He does an insane amount of damage. He brings out 1. OGC under pressure. Chambi still alive. He's got no armor left, but the gunplay is still there. He gets up the jump pad. He's gonna be alive for a second. Getting off the heal in the air, but he finally gets brought down. But we win this. Can they come here to third party in time? They're gonna drop 1. It should be OGC's game to win. It should be a clean sweep for them right now, and it is. They did well in GLL yesterday, just behind ATK, but this time they come out on top. They win our first game here in semi-final number 2.
Man, woo! Oh man, OGC, they were aggressive from the get-go, and it paid off in such due diligence there for them. I mean, really good work from them. They didn't back down from any fights there. Dr. Sid, how you feeling?
Yo, listen, I get super excited every time I watch these games because it's like people go in and just surprise me. I mean, shout out to my boys Outlaws. You know, I'm gonna keep throwing out for Outlaws representing West Africa right now. And yeah, whatever. But OGC, after almost going out, after almost being wiped out, came back and took that game. ATK, I mean, Chambi, yo, you almost wicked it out, but no, it wasn't going to happen. It was not going to happen. And I'm actually surprised by we win these because watching them over the last few games in the previous round, they barely made it into the semis, and they've just got their first top 2 finish, which is very impressive in itself. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's give a big shout out to the champions of the first game in semifinals 2, OGCZA, representing for South Africa and Africa as a whole. My question right now is, Camille, who do you think the MVP is going to be?
Ooh, I think they're probably going to go to Chambi, to be honest. Like, even though ATK didn't win, the amount of damage he did just in the last 5 minutes of this game alone is probably enough to secure his spot. He played very well when he was just man against the world there. It seems like that's when ATK really woke up. But I just want to give credit to OGC for the moment. I think Tendo was really saying how much time and work this team puts in terms of scrimming and such. They had a couple of good placements over the group stages, but there was never a game where I was properly impressed with them. Like, they played up to the standard of Apex that they can play, and today they made a massive statement here, beating both Mayo Addicts with a great third party and wiping out ATK here to win the game is sensational stuff. That is massive.
That's absolutely massive. And the MVP goes to Chambi with 6
I never
kills,
call it wrong,
and I'm just going to call it 2,000 damage. 2,000 damage. Like, that is just impressive gameplay, carrying the entire team on his back. Esmery, what do you have to say about his gameplay throughout that entire match?
That man was flying. I've never seen an Octane be used with that kind of movement, but he made it work. My goodness, there was just jump pads, there was the stims going. He was literally running circles around every single team of our top 6. From top 6, he was on his own, and he managed to get ATK to the top 3. Good placement points and really some great kills coming through from them. So just absolutely beautifully well played. I aspire to be an Octane like that one day.
You see, and the thing about this match that we've just watched is that we're going to see the standings in a bit, and it's going to literally tell us the actual effect of placements and kill points. But before we do that, we're going to go to a quick break and come back with more action from the Apex Legends African Throwdown, brought to you by Northern Gaming. My name is Dr. Sid, and I'm here with Camille and Esmery, and we'll see you right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Apex Legends African Throwdown brought to you by Nordwing Gaming. It is semi-final day 2. We have a whole host of teams in a brand new lobby. They've just had game 1 done. We've had OGC come through as the winners in that first match, but all that doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but we have to take a look at the standings and find out how it really matters. I'm here with Camille and Esmery, and we're going to take a look at the standings after the first match. Remember, the top 10 teams make it to the finals next weekend. Camille?
Ooh.
Unsurprising, our number 1 team is OGC, getting that first place finish, 16 kills. They had the most teams in the lobby in the last game, so I showed a bit of disrespect and I was saying I think Mayo Addicts is the favorite after they pressured ATK. It was actually OGC the ones absolutely dominating the lobby, both in placement and kills, so credit to them. We win these. Very notable to point out there that they got to top 4 placement, 14 points, with only 2 kills because they played the placement game. They got that second place finish. Revert Caustic did show up. I think Tendo Plays won't be too upset with you guys. You all got that 6th place placement, 6 on the leaderboard for now. But ATK, man, forget ATK as a team. They did what they do, the usual stuff. But Chambi, man, style today. When he was 1 against the world, he really put in the work. He put in pressure. He actually dropped down 2 plays for Mayo Addicts. He got the kills there. So credit to him. It was a very competitive first lobby, Dr. said. I was really happy with what I saw.
I'm just happy because I can see my boys Outlaws in 10th position, which means they still have a chance to make it through to the finals. But I also want to point out something real quickly by looking at the standings. And Esmery, I know we always talk about kills and points and the best way to balance out. We saw in the last game that We Win This actually came second. They got second position and they got 14 points, but only had 2 kills. And that wasn't enough for them to get them into second place. Look at teams like Mayo Addicts and ATK with 13 and 11 kills respectively, and those kill points have pushed them over. We Win This by at least 5 points. So everyone watching today, and if the teams are watching right now, you guys need to be ready to go ham. As much as you're looking for placement, those kill points actually play a major role. And what advice do you have for the teams going into the next game, Esmery?
Thing is, if you got teams like ATK, you've got teams like OGC, teams that do well with placements and kills. Unfortunately for you, you have no choice. You have to do both. You have to get placements, you have to get kills. Of course, every single team have their, their speciality. Maybe, you're a bit more of a passive team. You like to be more strategic. You like to take your time and choose the fights that you take. That's fine, but you have to take those fights at some point. Either way, it's a battle royale. At some point, you're going to run into someone, and if you're not ready to take those fights, that's going to be it for you and your team to get into that top 10. That's your opportunity's gone. So for every other team out there playing right now, you have to do both. You have to get those kills, you have to get those placements, you have to just go absolutely ham, do the best you can, and get into the top 10 so we can see you in finals.
And ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are flying over our next map for the next match, which is Olympus. And Olympus has been a map that has brought so many surprises and so much energy. I'm going to just quickly step back and let our 2 casters walk you through these maps, some of the metas that they're going to be looking at that we're hoping to see, because people do tend to change metas and compositions for this particular map because there's so many open spaces, such a small, tight space, and there can be a lot of battles going on. So my name is Dr. Sid. I'm going to step back and leave you in the capable hands of Camille and Esmery as they walk you through the maps and what to expect in the next match.
Woohoo! Camille, you ready for an Olympus?
I'm hyped for it. As long as the servers work, I am all here for it. We were cursed yesterday, but we made our sacrifices, right? I deleted my most expensive item in my Steam rivalry just to pray in honor of the respawn god, so they give us service today, But all memes aside, I'm very excited for this map. I feel like team underrated. They took that 50-50, well, not the 50-50, but that very early game engagement against Mayo Addicts, and they just fell short, and they're setting very low down on the placements. I feel like today, for this game, they're probably going to show up a bit bigger. I think it's going to be a chip on their shoulder, and I hope they can perform up to the standards we know they can play at, because I think they're one of the better teams in this group, and let's see if they can pull through here.
Yeah, I think there were a couple of surprises. We had a couple teams going out quite early on. Of course, that is the nature of Battle Royale. So now they have an opportunity now. They still have 3 more maps left, including this one. So either way, there's opportunities just laying there waiting to be taken. And I mean, for the teams like, you know, your ATKs, your OGCs, the rest of those that have already, you know, done so well to get into the top 5, they're pretty happy, but it's not over for them. Anyone can knock them out still. We're still very early on into the semi-finals, so every single team competing right now still needs to perform to their absolute best. And of course you want to. You don't want to just be, you know, relaxing, chilling back. You want to be going for as many points as you can and just give yourself a little bit of breathing room going into the finals and the semi-finals, going over, getting those, you know, those brownie points, just showing, hey, you know what we did? We got a nice little championship in the semi-finals of the Apex Legends African Throwdown. So, look at us. Either way, I think a lot of the teams have done pretty well so far. We've had some beautiful fights early on, and I'm pretty impressed either way. With, again, I just want to say, like, the teams that have entered this competition, I think they've done really well, and I'm pretty happy with what we've seen so far. Camille, from your side?
I'm very happy. That was a dope game one, no other way to say it. But I'm very curious to see how teams land here on this Olympus map, because it seems very touch and go. You know, sometimes we saw a couple of 50-50s team thinking, okay, nobody's going to land north side of the map, everybody goes north side of the map. People are like, sometimes nobody going to go south side of the map, everybody goes south side. So we see it looks very balanced so far. We see a couple of teams making their way to the east side of the map, update to Oasis, Carrier, that kind of side. We see teams in Rift, Orbital Canyon, Hydroponics, or some of Tendo Play's favorite spots. Bonsai Plaza is a big fan of as well. But it looks like everybody has gone their own ways. I don't think we're going to see any crazy 50-50s unless I did not look at the map properly there. And it's something I like to see. Don't take any chances. Again, we're still in our second match. Get your points up this time. Get your placement points up high, and then you can play a bit crazier in maps 3 and 4. But we see Underrated. They're the team who kind of fell short last game, right? Esmery, they took that fight against Mayo Addict. They got knocked out. And they're a team we were kind of hyping up here. So let's see what they can do. Let's see how much damage they can do coming into this second map here in the semifinals.
It's going to be interesting. You know, we don't really see a very long loot phase on Olympus. Normally we see action pretty early on, but that's been a bit of a touch and go situation with a lot of these teams. I mean, we've had some incredibly long loot phases in the past couple of maps. So I'm curious to see how this is going to end up. I did see quite a few teams heading there towards docks. So I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing some early 50-50s. Hopefully some of the teams, you know, would have dropped off, you know, just taking their time, got their loot sorted, and Freaky already dropping there to Gecko. So yeah, we might be seeing some early fights. Oh, it's really happening there. Gecko does go down though, but either way, there's a little bit of contention so far. Not any squad wipes just yet, but some damage being dealt, and I think that might be to the top side of the map. Oh, Bonsai Plaza, here we are, and it looks like quite a little bit of contention is going down so far between Silverbeards and the rest, but it's quite interesting. There's only Chips left, and he's got so low HP. I don't know if he's going to be surviving that encounter. The Bangalore looking to take him out. He's down to 2. He's gone. He's out. It's finished.
Yeah, well, that's an unfortunate situation for him. They actually did take a full-on 50-50. They had no armor. They only one gun. That's not a real rendition of your skill in Apex Legends. Of course, maybe it's a bit of a factor in your gunplay, but there's more to Apex than just gunplay. So unfortunate for Silverbeards to find themselves in a weird position. Maybe by the time we get to the 4th map, they will know not to land in the same place as those guys. Maybe adjust a little bit. But it is what it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes in Apex Legends, and especially on the map of Olympus.
A good bit of damage dealt either way, though. ATK looking pretty with those purple shields. Potentially spotting out a couple of teams. Yeah, we did see a few drop closer to this area. I don't know if we'll be seeing the fights early on. It looks like we might be spotting something. At least Weister, he's believed to have seen 1 or 2 members here. OGC, the champions from the last map, taking their time to get looted as well. Sitting pretty as well with those purple shields, ready for the fights that might be ensuing. Actually, aren't they pretty close to ATK right now? Are we seeing a little bit of a revenge hunting going on here?
We could. That would be great to see. ATK plus playing up against the lobby champions this early in the game. It kind of feels like we're cheating the process a bit. We're not supposed to get El Clasico on the opening day of La Liga. That's just not fair. That's just too much hype. Where's the anticipation going to build up from?
Oh, if we have ATK and OGC just going ham right off the get-go, where does that leave the top 5? That is an interesting, idea that we have to think about right now. And ATK, they've just entered this area. OGC, they're still looting. I don't think they've spotted ATK, but ATK have definitely spotted some movement. So they're aware that there's someone here hunting around. And OGC, if they're blissfully unaware, they're about to get quite scary surprise right now because ATK are on the hunt. They know they're there towards the turret. But oh, Neo Flux though, as we tune back here, they're already taking some action of their own. That charge rifle doing a little bit of damage there, but Fantasy taking some damage of his own, already cracked. And now he's so secluded from his teammates. They're still trying to get to him, try and help out, and Team Devs actually being the ones taking the fight, which is curious to see. And here's OGC spotting none other than ATK. They've already dropped Chambi, and now they're looking to keep going. They're going to aggress this position now. And once again, ATK are going to be put under pressure. OGC, none other than them going for ATK. Man, how is this fight happening already?
Oh man. It's 2-on-1, it seems like. Look at the shots coming out. The master plans are pretty good, but is it going to be enough? OGC might be in trouble here, and ATK going to get the better of them in this engagement. They had the chance when they dropped champions, but the rotation to get there just took too long. They got to get the res off, and now they're just going to get wiped out. So our lobby leaders going to be the second team eliminated here in map number 2. Battle Royales, baby. This is what they're all about.
Ooh, and he's underrated. They're still alive, looking for a kill wipe early in the map. Showcase and get those chip off their shoulders, you know, get some kills early on, redeem themselves a little bit, but oh, the fight's just going ham. The crack comes through there with the R99, the Octane goes down, and now Innovated Sky have to recover here. It's a 2v3. Oh, make that a 3v1, a 2v1. It's just going down. It looks like Underrated have made it happen.
Listen, the one thing I really like about Apex Legends is I find it to be quite a tactical shooter. Yes, it's a BR game, but there's a lot of factors in it. There's abilities, there's the way you play the map, there's the high grounds and low grounds. You have to really have a good strategy in this game, but that's one of those real, true, fun FPS situations right there, where they just all around the open face, and who gets their shots off better. And in that case, it was of course Underrated Gaming in the end. They were under a bit of pressure though. They got one knock there, but Innovated Sky not going to be happy with themselves, falling out very early here. And now Revert Coaster going to find themselves a straggler. They bring down member of Dark. In fact, this is some big kills here from Revert Coaster, showing up here on the big stage.
Oh, might be looking to take one of those top 5 placements for themselves this time around. Olympus always so full of action. I feel like this map never lets you down in terms of that. I mean, the 50-50s that happen here. I mean, having ATK and OGT going head to head. Wow. Okay, moving on quite swiftly. ATK now going to be happy with themselves. All purple armor set and ready. Some nice little loot there happened for them. Now, looking back at this, I mean, we've had 4 teams dropped already in the first couple of seconds. The zone's still closing in for round 1. How do you think this is going to impact the top 5 placement already? I mean, we've had OGC drop. That's quite a big one there. We've had a couple of other teams that did relatively well on the leaderboard for the previous map already drop as well. So the pressure is on when we head back to Kings Canyon.
The pressure is on for a lot of teams, but ATK going to feel much happier with themselves already. Just to start off this game, they get that big revenge off on OGC, who third-partied them to make sure they don't get the dub in the first game. Of course, Mayo Addicts was a big part of that. Talking about Mayo Addicts, they're rotating here through the zone. I don't think there's anybody there to punish them, but it is quite a bit of a long rotate. Is IGL here in the same area as them? No.
Well, no, they're chilling, but they are hiding in the zone. They have spotted someone, I believe, so they're waiting for that rotation to come through, take that fight. And it looks like with the meds dropping, they might be in for the long haul. Hopefully, they'll be able to survive that one. Neoflux now, of course, Fantasy did go out. Unfortunately, we saw that fight going down. Fantasy, he was so far split off from his teammates there, so when that knock came through, I don't think there was any chance of recovery. And now again, look at the positioning here. We've got the Octane rotating in to try and catch up to his teammate while his teammate is taking fights, getting cracks. Ooh, this is a bit of a rough one.
Listen, they're petitioning for the solo mode here in Apex Legends. They're down for it. They're like, we don't need teammates, we don't need friends. They saw Scare do it, they saw Vias do it. They're like, listen, this is just trading on hard mode here. Mayo Addicts finding some enemies here. Wonder if they're gonna look to push to get the clean up. They did a decent amount of chip damage there while the opponents are going up that zip lines. They're looking to make a far rotate here. Not too interested in taking a risky fight, so to speak.
Also not interested in taking that zipline up, because then it's just an easy track there for the team that's rotating off. They could just wait there. Instead, the long rotation is going to be coming through. Team Dev somehow, some way, still alive, still happy living, looking to survive this one. Maybe they actually might be taking the aggression here. We haven't really seen them take aggressive fights. We've seen them play extremely passive, play the zone, play on the edge, and go for placements. But now they're put under a little bit of pressure. Ooh, here it comes through. Who's going to be who they're taking out? And oh, the fights come through. 2 knocks now for Team Devs, and it's only down to the Bloodhound here. They have to make it happen. The shots come through, but it's not going to be enough. And Outlaws actually go and take out our teams here from Team Devs. So, wow, here we go. Outlaws looking to show up for Dr. Sid.
It's only 1 p.m. there in Nigeria, and I can already see Dr. Sid starting the party. But credit to them, they took a very good fight. They've been playing aggressive. They've been playing confidently. They've been very good on their gunplay so far. Outlaws Nigeria, and they're gonna secure themselves a top 15 finish, more kill points. Let's see if they can make a good rotation into the zone. Hopefully crack the top 10 this time around on map number 2. Would love to see it, especially for Dr. Sid. Otherwise, he's gonna be pouting on our panel for games 3 and 4.
we don't want to pouting Dr. Sid. Please, guys. Get those top 5s finished. We need Outlaws showing up here for Nigeria. Underrated now making a rotation through, going through crossroads. And I mean, ooh, a little bit of damage there, a little bit of pressure from the back line as they rotate in. They've got the zone though, but who is on the hunt is Royal Esports actually. We haven't seen them from the first map, so it's interesting now that they're coming through. I mean, Royal Esports too, they made it into the top 10 from the previous semi-finals, so I'm waiting. I want to see some Royal Esports action.
The sister team had a very good showing. They had a couple of great games. I think multiple top 5 finishes, I'm not sure, but they played well. They played well. They played some decent Apex Legends. This team not doing too great though. Maybe Olympus here on map 2 is when they sort of make their comeback, show what they're made of.
Potential's always there, and Krokonosta is a team that we haven't seen in a while, now showing up, taking down 1, looking for the rest, and oh, the track's coming through! Okay, Krokonostas are here to play, and it's going down, and now it looks like the rest of the team might be going shortly, as Washburn finishes them off, looking for who else is left. Ooh, there's already some beautiful fights coming through here, but I think the third-party contention is going to be huge on this map.
Yeah, there's a lot of, if you're looking at the kill feeds, there's a lot of fights going out. We see Caramel Gamer bringing down Wiso, we see Cinderlife drop as well. He's 80k going to beat out Reverse Caustic there. Is Reverse Caustic going to pull the upset of a lifetime? Watching the kill feed, seeing what happened. Did 80k bleed? Oh no, he took out that Daddy Cool there.
The zone though is going to be interesting. Like, if you're looking at it now, it's pulling towards Ivory Pass, what it looks like. Otherwise, it might be going the other side, but I think the zone actually might be an interesting thing to look at, because you've got a lot of teams still on the outside ring, still rotating in, so a lot of those rotations are going to cause those 50-50s to happen early on. And we've only got 11 squads left, and already 80k is looking to make it 10.
Esmery, look at the zone. Where's the spots for cover? This is completely open plains to the entirety of this area. This is going to be intense. At least 80k did play. They didn't try to be too funny. They're still playing the meta. They're playing the S tier champion, the old faithful Gibbs. So they got protection in the area. But how many of these teams are actually utilizing that? We see Horizon there on 69 Gaming. Most of these teams are playing the Gibraltar. Tendo won't be happy with the boring champion that I always vouch for. But we'll see how things go. 11 squads left. So Gibby. A lot of teams still left for this third zone that's about to close.
Yeah, and it's closing towards Ivory Pass now that I can see it a little bit better. And like you were saying, the cover there is, well, as you can see, not really. Not a lot.
Cover? What cover?
Not to work with. So there's going to be a lot of open air fights, and I mean, that just with rotations coming through, if you don't have one of those mobility heroes, you don't have an Octane or a Pathfinder to get you out of that situation early on, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. And looking at a little bit of trouble, 69 and Royal Esports now going ham, looking to fight it out. And looks like Royal Esports might be going for the rotation there. A lot of shields have been cracked. Ooh, we've got a Kraber, not going to be hitting that shot just yet, but the potential is always there. Ooh, early pressure
I just hope
already.
For the lobby. I just hope for the lobby that 80k does not rotate onto 69 Gaming, who do have the Kraber here, because if Dustwika gets that gun, oh man, it's gonna be chai for the lobby. It's over then.
Ooh,
man, oh man, he just has hacks. Like, if you just start selling those hacks, that's for $50 a pop, you'll be a rich man in no time. I'm just kidding. The man is just so cracked on these snipers.
Well, you were worried about cover. It looks like the zone is pulling closer towards orbital cannon. So I mean, there's a couple more buildings there. Obviously, the huge wall there that they can work with. So looking at it now, it shouldn't be too bad. But those rotations are still going to be a bit of a worry for a lot of these teams like Croconossus that still have to get in, like Mayo Addicts that still have to get into the zone right now, and they're busy taking a fight instead. Not really an advantage position for them either. I mean, they're a little bit closer to the zone than the rest, but again, look at the shots coming through here from Royal Esports. They're looking to take out a team. They're looking to get those kill points, and it's down to 9 squads as a couple go out. It looks like 2 innovated to IGL. Sorry, that's a bit of a wonderful thing there for IGL, but unfortunate for the rest. We're down to top 8 now. What's happening? We were just at 11. I blinked, and now we're back to top 8.
Yeah, a lot of these teams are hunting around the edge of zone. Something I like to see, and we win these still in it. That was a top 2 team in the last game. They ratted it out really nicely, and look at this, Croconossus about to be eliminated by 80k, and Chambi got all 3 of the kills there. I think he's looking for his second back-to-back MVP, Esmery.
He's got a massive, he's just going crazy. What's happening? Oh, that goes Royal Esports, and now Mayo Addicts rotating in the long road to the zone. Here they go. We win these. I don't know how they're doing this. They've only got 2 members, but they're making it work somehow, some
They're just
way.
being fair to the rest of the lobby, Esmery. If they had 3, they'd just be too broken, you know? Gotta give the rest of the field a chance here.
Ooh, Mayo Addicts laying in wait for the teams to rotate in and to get a couple of kills. Underrated now under a little bit of pressure. Who is it? Oh, it's actually 80k. Weiser goes down. No way! 80k goes down to underrated ZA. They have made the comeback and taken out 80k. And here
And that's
we
why
are
they're
with our
both
top
underrated.
5.
But they're gonna get third party. Dear Fortune FPS, the only guy with HP left. They're trying to get the Phoenix kits off here. Bradley is gonna get it off in time. So now they should be able to take this fight. That was a massive win up against 80k Arena, but they don't even have a second to breathe here. They're in an awkward position. They do have a Gibby. I don't know if the shield is available. No, the ulti after that fight with 80k, and Outlaws Nigeria do seem to be one of the teams putting on the pressure here. 5 squads left. It all hinges on this moment. Underrated, gonna feel so happy with themselves after taking out 80k, who jumped on them, in fact. But they're in a rough position. They're on the low ground. They can get pressured. Outlaws Nigeria in a very good place right now. Have great positioning in this area, Esmery. Oh, but they're getting pressured from the backside.
Ooh, and they've got great positioning, but they don't have the zone. They have to rotate in, whereas underrated, they can just relax behind that cover and wait for the teams to come to them. They're a little bit open, but now Outlaws, I mean, you were talking about a second to breathe. Look at this right now. They're doing some damage. They've completely been cracked, and now they're under pressure. The shield's going off, popping them off, all sorted, all healed up. Now they can reset and get ready for this fight. This top 5 is looking crazy right now. I mean, there's so many teams here that we didn't see from the previous map now making a stand, making a point here. And IGL, also one of the teams that we didn't see, you know, make it even further, looking to take out underrated here as they rotate in. The Kraber shots need to connect though.
And we see underrated. They did pressure another team. They got one down as well. Mayo Addicts, I think, took out Outlaws there. They dropped 1 player at the very least, and they look like they're cleaning up the rest now. And you see underrated still in a very good position. They're smashing these fights and these engagements here. They're going to bring down yet another team. So it is going to come down to this underrated versus Mayo Addicts matchup here. And I'm very excited to see how it goes. There's still one other team left. Oh no, one other player left. Who's the rat? Who's left?
Oh, I think they just took out Neoflux, so my guess is for who's left. I don't know,
Must
we're
be
gonna
one
have to
of the
wait and
win
see.
these players. I'm sure of it at this point. They've been ratting like God so far. I might have thought, isn't that the player there? Oh no, that's unrated player. What am I saying? Okay, we'll find out. But this big boss battle finale is gonna look very, very good. I'm very excited to see. And it is. We win these. Get another top 3 finish. It's too easy for them. If we had professional hide and seek, these guys would be goated, honestly.
Oh, Freaky coming in clutch here for we win these top 3 now, man. Are we gonna see another top 2 purely off of just waiting it out, ratting it out? Underrated now looking for the fights and some shots coming through from
All right,
our
Esmery, I'm gonna
third
make
team.
you do it. Who's your money on? Mayo Addicts or underrated? Who's taking this here?
Oh man, the way underrated has been playing, my money's on them right now. They've taken out 80k. Mayo Addicts have been one of my favorites, but I haven't seen these two go head to head. I'm gonna look at underrated though, because they've got the zone, they've got the opposition they've got the opportunity there in terms of positioning. They can chill, they can wait for Mayo Addicts to come through, but the shots from Cooper, ooh, cracking it out. They might actually be putting underrated under pressure here.
see which team is the first one to make a rotation. This fifth zone's about to end here. Once we get into zone number 6, it's going to be closing by the second. The fight is inevitable. I wonder what the last player there was from We Win These is going to do. Hopefully he can get 1 or 2 snipes here when these two teams eventually do battle it out. Get that third party in. Police them all. Maybe even get the dub. I doubt it, but he can definitely pull 1 or 2 kills, just like Chambi did in the last map.
Yeah, but look at it now for Mayo Addicts. Look at the pathing that they have to take. They don't have safe passage into the zone right now. So We Win These. He's going to pop that Bloodhound ulti. He's going to get into a better position here. Gonna manage actually to get into zone, but has to be careful because just around the corner is underrated. Somehow, some way, Mayo Addicts, they're making the walk through. We Win These actually coming from the back line. Taking down one of the players there from Mayo Addicts. Now Mayo Addicts down to only 1. Cooper going for the res, hopefully to get K9 back in the action and get into the final here. Here we're going top 3 right now. It's a 1 to a 2 to a 3 versus teams right now. Oh, this is going to be difficult. That crack coming through and Freaky goes out. We Win These out of the count. We're down to top 2 right now between Mayo Addicts and Underrated. Underrated, of course, they're looking healthy. They're looking happy. All 3 players still here remaining with red shields. My money's still Underrated, Camille. I don't know about you, but this is going to be interesting.
They have to be the favorites here in the full-on 3-on-2 engagement. We have seen DNMK pull it back from this position in the past. We've seen Vias do it 1 versus the world, but the odds are definitely not in Mayo Addicts' favor. And after this cleanup, they should be correctly elated because they are about to win the second map. Woo! They've done it, the champions.
Man, oh man, you asked me. There it is, Underrated coming in clutch. They had such good positioning from the get-go. Everything was just going in their favor there. They had such beautiful shots, taking out ATK, going ham, taking out a couple more teams thereafter. Not only are they the champions, but surely they are one of the teams that had the highest kill counts in that map. Dr. Sid, Outlaws made it to top 5.
Like,
we asked for it. We told them that they needed to do it, and they made it happen.
Yo, listen. Today is a good day. Camille, your prayers have been answered.
Oh,
hold on a second.
Sir. You're pulling a me here. It's only my job to have technical difficulties.
So I'm just gonna say this, right? Today is a good day. Today is a very good day. Camille called it. No server crashes. We're good. My boys came through with a top 5 finish, but Underrated ZA. Listen, I just saw tactics in play. Like we said earlier on, there's open spaces on this map. And the rotation and the circle rotation ended up in an open space, and these teams had to be tactical. But let's give it up for the guy from We Win These, who literally came through, tried with the third party to get that positional play. I mean, this was just a presentation of beautiful gameplay in the Apex Legends African Throwdown. I'm super excited. Listen, if we could roll the footage of me watching this match, I was literally glued to the screen, fanning out for every single moment. And I'm super excited to see, but let's before we talk too much, let's just give a big shout out to the champions of Game 2 in semi-final 2 of the Apex Legends African Throwdown. You already know what it is. It is Underrated ZA coming through with the clutch tactical finish, taking out Mayo Addicts. And Esmery, who are you guessing will be the MVP?
Oh, I don't know. From Underrated today, I mean, I was just seeing shots from everyone in the team right now. They were doing so well as a team. But man, oh man, I'm curious. I don't know. It might be going towards Cheetah Boy. It might be going to one of the others. You know, we might be seeing a little bit of a surprise here. I'm curious. Camille, from your side?
Guys in the background are working hard to tally up all these stats because, trust me, that game was filled with a lot of energy. I have to give a shout out to all the observers who have to watch and tally all these stats and put everything together to present to you guys. It is absolutely crazy. The drum roll is drum rolling, and we're rolling and rolling and trying to find out who the MVP of match number 2 is. Because you can tell that it was so tight, but it is Cheetah.
That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage, Doctor.
That's a lot of damage.
I called it.
For 4 kills, that's a lot of damage.
I mean, that's That's the beauty of Apex Legends. I mean, it happens to me more often than anyone else. I think I just always steal my teammates' kills. But either way, Cheetah Boy there, he's laying the foundation for his team. He's doing the damage. He's making sure that it's happening for them. And man, oh man, beautiful work there from Underrated. I still can't believe that we've had such insane fights from the get-go. We had OGC and ATK going head-to-head in our first two teams dropping from the map, and now ATK then and Underrated, a team that unfortunately fell short in the first map, came through and they were like, hey, we're going to take out the top dogs.
I was at Camille when we did the semifinals yesterday. I was just, amazed about how many teams up their level of play. Like we looked at CRC, who came from nowhere and just literally made it into the top 10. And today we're seeing teams say, look, it's not going to be an ATK dominated lobby. It's not going to be a Mayo Addicts dominated lobby. People are like, listen, I'm coming. Even my boys, Outlaws NG, making top 5 finish. I'm like, whoa, what happened? What did you guys drink last night? You know what I'm saying? So it's nice to see the people saying, listen, right now we have to up our games, we have to up our skills to bring it because next week is the finals. And today, you have to come hard or just come hard or go home. So basically, what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a very quick break and we're going to come harder for game 3, which is going to be on Kings Canyon. We're going back to Kings Canyon. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Apex Legends African Throwdown with me, Dr. Seed, Camille, and the amazing Esbury. See you after this break. Today is a good day because we have to play. Apex is whatever. It's not working. I was trying to go for a whole rhyme, sing song, special creation for today. But you already know what's happening. It's the Apex Legends African Throwdown, and we have had two fire games. My name is Dr. Sid. I am here with Esmery and Camille, two of the most amazing people on the planet. Look at this trio. We
Aww.
are causing trouble on the continent. But let me tell you what it is. We've had two fire lobbies, and we just had an amazing show of Apex talents, if you know what I'm saying. So I want Esmery to please take us through the latest standings as we reveal what is happening in the leaderboard.
Ooh, map 2 was fire. Absolute just chaos. We had such a different top 5 than what we did on Kings Canyon. And you can see that now reflecting in the standings. Mayo Addict still sitting on top there. Sitting nice and pretty there with that 41 points. 80k coming still in second. OGC still in third. But now Underrated coming into play. Sitting in fourth place right now. We win these down to 5. And Outlaws, woo, from top 10 to top 6. I mean, Doctor said you're going to be happy with that. IGL, Revert, Corsic, Dog, Eastwood, Silverbeards, all still in that top 10. That top 10 is looking fire. And I mentioned this. You can't be sitting complacent. You have to understand that any team at any point can come and take you out, knock you out of that top 10, and now put you under pressure. Because now the rest of your bottom 10 have to work. They just have to work so hard here now to get back into top 10, especially some of your teams that are there towards the bottom. DDC Crimson's team, Devs, Pulse. I'm looking at you. I want to see some different points there. I want to see a different standings when we go after map 3.
Yo, listen, look at how close it is on the top 6 leaderboard or top 5. I know Tendo yesterday was saying that group the semifinal one was the group of death. But Camille, what do you think about? What do you think about this particular group of teams?
I mean, me and Tendo were talking about it on the broadcast yesterday. We really looked at semi-final 1 and we were like, holy hell, this is the group of death. If you look at all these teams, how aggressive they all play, we thought it's going to be a bloodbath. But at the end of the day, it was quite top heavy. Shout out to Like, who already won the first map, came second in the next map, and are all around top competitors. I mean, but I think that even further emphasizes the point how top heavy that group was, because I think Like showed us how good they actually are. Maybe they had some underperforming rounds in the initial parts of the group stage. But here, we all looked at semi-final 2 and we're like, this is 80k's group, right? They're going to wash this lobby. Sure, they are very high up in the standings. They've got the most kills in the lobby. They are dominating, so to speak, but they haven't even got a dub yet. I mean, we've had variety. OGC, who struggled in the group stages in certain parts in terms of getting kills and stuff, they won a lobby. Underrated, who went out first in game number 1 to Mayo Addicts, the top of the group here, came back and won this lobby. It's been a great lobby. You see Outlaws making moves. We see Reverse Cortex getting a couple of downs on an 80k place. It's been a bloodbath. It's been a very competitive lobby, and I'm here for it, Dr. Sid. It's been such a great time.
Look, I'm here to find out who gets to qualify for the finals and win that top prize of $400. It's $1,000 prize pool. It is the Apex Legends African Throwdown. You have not seen Apex Legends like this on the African continent. Ladies and gentlemen, look at the cash money these guys are playing for. $1,000 up for grabs. Fourth place, $100. Third place, $200. Second place, $300. And the champions get $400. You can be sure that somebody's buying a next-gen console right after this. Like I said, next week is the finals. It's going to be spread over 2 days. 4 maps on each day. It is going to be hectic. The tactics come into play. Yesterday, players had to have the mental fortitude. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We are going back to Kings Canyon. And for our match game number 3, this is going to be crazy. Now, my name is Dr. Sid, and I have to step back here because we have 2 amazing people that are the best at taking you through the blow-by-blows and the step-by-step action of what happens in Kings Canyon. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Apex Legends African Throwdown. My name is Dr. Sid. Take it away, Camille and Esmery.
Ooh, Camille, we're back on Kings Canyon. That Olympus map was insane. And again, it's the beauty of Battle Royales. We had such a different top 5. We had such a different finish and top 10 than what we were expecting because of the early 50-50s that we had. We had ATK OGC going down early on. We had them going head to head looking to see who was coming out on top. We had so many teams taking those 50-50s, your top teams taking those 50-50s early on. So I'm interested to see how Kings Canyon is going to shake it up a little bit. Of course, we know Olympus is a little bit of a smaller map, contention, third parties, they're always happening. But Kings Canyon, you got a little bit more space. You got a little bit more breathing room to work with here.
100%. From the get-go in a lot of these lobbies, we've seen these top-tier bloodbaths. We had Mayo Addicts versus Underrated in the first game. We had OGC versus ATK in the next one. But I just want to make a little shout-out to We Win This. I think a lot of the guys watching in stream, especially if there's young kids thinking about should we get into competitive Apex and such, I think We Win This really need to be an inspiration, right? They're playing with just 2 players, firstly. And if you look at the way they've been playing, how cleverly they've been playing, they've been playing placements, they've been finding their spots, they've been hiding exceptionally. We saw in the last game, even when it was just one guy against, the last 2 teams in Mayo Addicts and Underrated, we saw how they got a pick off. That's what cracked open the game for Underrated, was that one, lone wolf out there in the world bringing down a player from Mayo Addicts, one of our top teams in this lobby. They're playing a good tactic, they're keeping composed, and I think that's the beauty of Battle Royale. Yes, we get lost in sometimes, this team is getting all the kills, they're making the big rotations, all that kind of stuff, but it's these little things that really matter as well, because you never know what the X factor is going to be. So if you're playing, even if you're 20th place in one of these tournaments, keep on trying to get the placements, keep on waiting for your opportunities, because they do exist even in these top tier lobbies, like in the semi-finals of this African Throwdown.
It's absolutely insane. And for those of you watching, we might have to restart the server in a little bit because of some lag, so we might have to just switch the regions of where that servers are hosting. So if that happens, just bear with us. It will happen it will be pretty quickly. We try our best here.
You did not make the sacrifice to the respawn server gods. I deleted my Arcanas in Dota. What CSGO skin did you delete, huh? You needed to pay your respects.
I would delete my op skins right there and there for the server gods. You watch me, I do it. I do it for these servers, man. I want these servers to be absolutely clean and polished here for the players so they can showcase us the best of the best. The drops coming through now, looking pretty spread out so far. We can see OGC here dropping hot and looking heavy to take some loot early on. Otherwise, I think it's pretty spread out. We've got quite a bit of respect going through here for the rest of the lobby, It's looking alright. We shouldn't be seeing some 50-50s early on, we hope. We'll see. The kill feed be watching.
So if we look here in the second time going into Kings Canyon, none of these teams in the semi-final number 2 are as brave as DNMK. If we look at where ATK landed at Crash Site, their favorite spot yet again on this map, nobody's in that area. I mean, nobody even went to the lakes across the road, nothing. People are like, ATK is there? We want nothing to do with that, which is not a bad way to play, because nobody wants to be running into ATK Arena and there's 20 teams left in the lobby. You're going to get no points. You're probably not going to get kills. So I'm not too upset about that. And we keep talking about being upset. Caramel Gamer gets dropped. The streamer team going to be in trouble. Can 69 Gaming put them under pressure here? They got one down. Can they get the rest of the team is the question. And we see
the
fight still going on. Cinder gets dropped as well. Easy money.
Oh no! Streamer team down! Now to 1 member remaining. Oh, this is going to be quite a recovery here coming through now for Daddy Cool, I believe. So, Revert Caustic under a bit of pressure here already. We've still got 20 squads left. And here comes Daddy Cool with the revenge. Going to be taking out 1. Now has to find 2 more here from 69 Gaming if he's going to go fully John Wick and recover his teammates. You see Surge coming through here for the banner. Oh, is Daddy Cool just waiting around the corner? He's just listening to the footsteps, or has he dropped off? That's the question right now. I think he might actually just back off.
He's down here. He's down here. He's ready to take the fight. He's like, he doesn't have his ankle weights there. Caramel Gamer is in the line weighing him down. He's like, this is my time to shine. I'm gonna do it 1v3. The only way to win these games. But for now, he's gonna make the run. He's got the GB. He's gonna have to make that great escape. He drops the bubble for some cover. He should be able to maybe run it off right away, because I don't think 69 Gaming want to pressure them that hard, especially with the member down. Much more likely that they walk towards the respawn beacons so they can get their full team to play for the end game, for the later portions of the game at least.
Oh, Daddy Cool also. I mean, like, thinking about they're going in for those banners, you have to look at your equipment there. You have to look at your chances, and yeah, it's that fight between, okay, do I rat it out for my team? Do I go for the placements, or do I actually go for the big plays here and potentially lose out on everything right now? So, streamer team's still alive. They're still in this top 20. We'll see how they go and where those placements end up being, thanks to Daddy Cool. We might be seeing a John Wick either way. We'll have to wait and see. You can see Mayo Addicts here rotating in through close to bunker, actually. Might be going through here. Haven't seen any teams just yet. They're quite observant right now. They're looking for those third parties to see who's going to be surprising them this time around. And yeah, it's quite interesting. I mean, they made it there to that top second place. Unfortunately, they had to take quite a heavy rotation through basically all the opens here. ATK as well. They found some surprises of their own, but we've got quite a long looting phase ahead of us, I think. You know, Kings Canyon, I mean, you've got the space to work with, like we said, time and time again. So I hope that all of these teams are making good use of the time. They're getting themselves set up. They're getting themselves ready for the fights coming through.
Backpack here.
And look at that rotation there by ATK sitting there up there on that watchtower. They get to see the whole, basically half the map there. Any team rotating, any team going past that area, they will have full vision of. So their rotations this game can be super clutch. They can catch teams on the move, rack up those kill points. And hopefully this time, are you feeling like that ATK dub is on the way, or you feel like the struggles is going to continue in this lobby? And look at this, Forsaken there, a couple of good views there with the sniper. Fights breaking out here for Innovated Sky. They've had a really rough time so far in these 2 rounds. They've been eliminated both times. No top 10 finishes just yet. If they lose this fight, it will be a similar story here in game number 3 as well.
Ooh, and I mean, with those kind of shots breaking the armor instantly, yeah, they need to hightail it out of there. 69 Gaming, they're on the revenge course here. They want to get their players back in, and here it goes. They're fully stacked up now, back to 3. Daddy Cool did put them under a little bit of pressure there, you know, for revenge for his fellow comrades, but now they're looking good. They're looking to take some more. We're still with 20 squads. Oh, as I say that, 19, here we come. And Mayo Addicts looking to take another one off the board.
It's Marie coming in with the casters because Mayo Addicts are looking to take this fight. There's 3 players around, so there's a full team they have to fight up against. Can they win it, though, is the question. Most likely, I always do back these guys. Has shown great promise in the past, and they've had 2 very good lobbies so far, finishing 4th in one and 2nd in another.
Ooh, yeah, no, they've been pretty good. I mean, a lot of these teams have done really well in terms of placements early on, but now the fights are starting to break out. You can see DDC Crimsons, they're down to 1. I think you're getting a lot of pressure there from Mayo Addicts there from Rick, but the shots haven't connected just yet, and it depends on where this knock player is sitting at, if they can actually get the res going, or are Mayo Addicts actually going to punish them with this now. They've got 1 down. Ooh, the fight's breaking out here, and that's going to be the player down there from DDC, so no chance of recovery there for DDC, unfortunately, but oh, over to Dark Esports. We haven't seen them in a while. A lot of pressure so far. Unfortunately, 1 already down, and they're just trying to get out. Just let him live. Just let him go. Let Gibby go.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate for Dark Esports. They had a couple of good placements in their group stage matches where they got high, lots of placement points, but in the semi-finals, in these high-intensity lobbies, they have not had the same opportunities, and they've really struggled so far. And we see Team 69 also involved in a tussle. It looks like Innovation Gaming actually winning a fight there, bringing down Okami-chan from the kill feed. And Royal Esports looking to find a high placement as well. Their sister team did very well, but this one has had a lot of struggles.
Let's transfer to this spot.
Yeah, I mean, it's Battle Royals, man. It's Battle Royals. Positioning is really just play a big part. And I think I've been catching Royal Esports out in unfortunate positions, you know, taking fights in places where they're just going to get punished either way. So now they've got an opportunity. Kings Canyon back again. They've had their warm-ups on both maps now. So, you know, we might see a turnaround. These semi-finals have not stopped the action, and they've not stopped with the surprises. So if we see a Royal Esports, you know, top 5 finish, I think they could be pretty happy. That should set up their placements pretty nicely. But like I said, all these teams in the top 10, all these teams in the bottom 10, they need to not be complacent, especially your bottom 10. They need to work hard to get their points up and be cognizant that anyone can knock them off at any time. Those bombardments going down there towards the back here from IGL, so they're going to be aware that there's a team rotating through at some point. Of course, the zone coming through, so we might be seeing 69 Gaming. Oh no, Kami is down, as you mentioned, so it's going to be a bit of an oopsie. Cheetah Boy as well taking 1 down, so is he underrated taking some fights as well. Neoflux here going through the zone, trying to get back in, and ATK, they've spotted out their next potential prey.
And who they're going to find? We see the triple take here on Waiso. Again, Tendo reps this gun to the max, and for good reason, because it's one of those snipers, great from the long range, obviously. Many regard as one of the best snipers, and in the close range, it functions as a shotgun, as Tendo says, the best shotgun in the game. ATK, they're on the hunt here. I'm surprised he's not Dash sitting with the sniper. We know how good he is from these long range encounters. Maybe he's sitting with a sniper of his own, but they're looking to pressure. They're going to move forward here. They're on the hunt. Who they're gonna find is the question, though, Esmery.
Oh, these teams are already finding so many encounters. I mean, so much damage has been dealt. OGC now down to one member. Neo coming through here and taking one down for a little bit of revenge. But they still have a long way to go if they want to fully recover from the situation here. Oh, the track's coming through. We've got a nice little bit of damage. They're falling down on their faces right now. It's going to be all down to Astros to recover the situation. Hopefully the rest comes through and they can get back into this quite quickly. Ooh, some fights already breaking down, but looking good so far, OGC.
OGC in a very rough position here. They've been under pressure since the first game. They played the lobby quite dominantly. They had the most kills. They were the best team by far, I will say, in that lobby. But in the second map, they got taken out very early by ATK. In the third map, they're under a lot of pressure there as well. IGL did a good job fighting there. They're one of the few teams picking up the Horizon. So I'll always pull for them because I just really like Horizon. But I don't know if they still looking healthy after that engagement with OGC. Because Astro did look like the salvage thing there in the end. Real Esports looking for some points here in this lobby. Maybe some kill points. But if they go down, there'll be no kill points or placement points right now. They're in a very rough position.
So much damage as well, and that zone is at some point going to be coming through and putting even more pressure on them to get this done quickly. Neo Flux trying to rotate through. The shot's coming down right now. Shield's cracked, and Royal Esports are on the hunt. They want those kills, man. They've been working. They've been putting in the work. They want to get those placement points up. And you can see here, Shafi's going through. Oh, Octane goes down, and Neoflux Subway somehow still alive, but for how long is the question? The shot's coming through, the flanks are insane right now. The Ever 8s are putting in the work. Neoflux down to one member with 1 HP, practically trying to clutch it out here, but it's not going to be the case. Royal Esports come in clutch and take them out, looking a lot better this time around.
Great for them, they get a full squad wipe there. It was looking dicey for the moment, but they managed to clutch it out in the end. Like you said, Shambees had a couple of great shots there, not just one or two. It was a few of them. And Breakers today, they look to be in a fight as well here. Let's see how hard they want to commit to this. And what team are they fighting up against? It's a good interesting question as well. A couple of great long-range shots there with the Spitfire raining down Tyranny.
I'm not seeing that many kills here with Underrated. I mean, they've got one at, you know, with Cheetah Boy, but the rest, pretty much, they've got a pretty calm King's Canyon. And Spartans now, they're looking to get some of their own. Some action going down. Oh, no. As one member goes down and the rest are left to recover the situation. The shots are flying, and so far they're going straight into Spartans. Can they recover from the situation is the question. Silverbeard's actually here, putting the damage through, and Underrated, one member down, looking to take out some squad wipes of their own. Oh, make that 2 down, all down to Bradley now as he tries to get away. Whew, damage is crazy right now.
Ooh, I wonder what's happening there with Underrated, because OGC looked to have third-partied them there. Oh man, it looks like they got into engagement with Outlaws Nigeria, who might have been taken out as well. But OGC, the fight's not over just yet. They managed to wipe out, was it Underrated there, which is really sad for them. They've been having such a good lobby so far, but this time round, they're going to be under immense pressure here. OGC down a member too. Is it? I think, oh, even ATK's in this area. So this is a similar replay to King's Canyon in the first game where everybody was just in the area and it was a massive bloodbath. But this time, it's not ATK the ones being third-party on. They the ones coming to third-party themselves, and it's looking to be so effective so far. They wiped out OGC. The revenge is there. 2 maps in a row, OGC getting caught by, you know, the overwhelming favorites here in ZA.
We've literally just had a story of revenge thus far in semi-finals. After map 1, after map 2, ATK, they have gotten their revenge on OGC, and unfortunately now for the OGC fans, they're going to be out waiting for the final map of today. For now though, looking at Innovated Sky, rotating through, trying to get out of the situation, because it's hot right now. It's very spicy happening here right now. ATK looking to take more teams though, following that Wraith right swiftly. They're not looking to give any teams any sort of breathing room here to reset and get ready for the fights coming their way.
ATK in a great position right now. That was some big fights they've taken out. I'm not sure if Outlaws are still in it. They were involved in an engagement at some point, taking out 1 or 2 members from Underrated. But ATK, they're going to find some teams here. Or if some teams found them, we're about to have that question answered in just a jiffy. They're looking like they want to fight. Right, so in decent place, they're under the, what do you even call that? The platform? Yeah, it is a platform. ATK here in the building. They're going to break down one. Innovation gonna be in trouble, gonna run into ATK. The last team they wanted to see, I'm sure, and they just gonna get wiped off the face of Kings Canyon.
Ooh, that was quick as well. I mean, I blinked and that was it. I thought that bombardment would give them a little bit of time and space to reset, get those heals off. But ATK, they weren't looking to wait. Mayo Addicts, on the other hand, they're still alive, they're still healthy and happy and looking to get some kill points here. Or at least K9 is. He's taken down 2 so far. Looking for the last remaining member here. Oh, this is rough now. I mean, we've got some Royal Esports action as well as they're taking out 1 or 2. We win these now with 3 members.
Three
Hey, what's up? Looking good.
Okay, so hear me out, Esmery. If they go out early with 3 members, that means that last guy is busy weighing them down. But if they win with him, then it's like, okay, y'all needed me at the end of the day anyways. I'm just teasing. Anything can happen in the BR. No Flame, 3rd member of We Win These. But it's an exciting lobby so far, and if you look at the kill score, Mayo Addicts have been having a fun time. They haven't really been contested, and every fight they've been taken, they've been kind of washing so far. So they're going to feel very happy with themselves here. They're going to be on the edge of zone, on the high ground. And they're taking a fight here. They bring down limits, and look at that tracking. The Spitfire is doing so much work. It's a bullet storm every time this man has this gun. 2 down, and it's gonna be the 3rd call. Relax, man. The MVP campaign being made by the 2nd there.
Man, MVP contention already. I mean, you were waiting for Chamby to come through with that 2nd, but now it's looking like Mayo Addicts are going to steal it away. We win these as well with the 3 members. I'm very curious as well to see what's going to happen this time around. Are we going to see another top 3 placement? Is it going to be a little bit different situation this time around? We don't know, but either way, we're up to top 7 now. I mean, I feel like this game has been going really quickly, but so far it's been a pretty nice change up of pace.
There was a dropship right there. I wonder if we win this thing. I mean, going. You can try pressure it. Maybe find themselves a Kraber, Peacekeeper, some nice attachments and things. We'll see how it goes. ATK still looking to fight. Pressure is on.
I mean, they've already cracked 1 there with the Arcstar, so they're not looking to aggress us just yet because obviously they're in a bit of an open situation. The opportunity for 3rd parties is looking good so far at the top 6 right now. Shots coming through, and ATK, they're so woefully aware of their behinds right now. I think they might be worrying that there's a team actually rotating through. Might have a bit of information we don't, but we win these looking to do a little bit of damage, get those Evo upgrades as quickly as possible, and now they're under a little bit of pressure here. A team is actually coming to rain on their parade, looking to fall off, though, instead, as the damage is dealt. They're just taking their time to reset here. We win these actually going to be going and taking the fight to them.
So we see on We Win These, we got Crane Freaky here with the full gold attachments on R301, and we see one of the players in ATK also has the full attachments. One of the best guns, one of the very favorite guns here, especially in these lobbies so far, for good reason. And with all those attachments, man, oh man, that thing puts in so much work. Even without the attachments, it feels good. So that's when you know the gun is really poppy. Croconosters have 1 rat left. This is kind of how they got their points to make it through the group stages, right? They had the 1 really high place finish where they lost to DNMK in that last 2 battle. And now it looks like Cold Kinder's going to get himself and his team some placement points as well this lobby around as well. Because I don't think anybody sees him. He's going to have to rotate to the zone eventually. There was a lot of teams in that area, but they all rotated to zone. So you might be able to make it through without any contention there.
I feel like it's the game of rats and revenge at this point. I mean, we've had so many teams either just going for those placements because that's all they really can do. They're down to 1 member, down to 2 members, however it is. And we've had so many revenge plots happening here. I mean, we've had ATK, OGC, underrated. It's been insane so far. This group is really, really very spicy at this point. You've got Mayo Addicts here down on the line. They have an idea that there's at least 2 teams here in this area already. On the high rise, you can see We Win These looking for the fights, just looking for any sort of peaks right now. ATK going to be rotating in sometime soon, surely, because the zone is closing in 10 seconds. So they need to be worried about that. ATK, there it is, waiting for that backline, and there it is. Daddy Cool! Oh no! That's the last remaining member of Reverse Caustic.
He racked it to top 6, okay? Respect to him, respect to him. His teammates were dying at the start of the lobby, and he's like, guys, don't worry, I'll still get us some points, give us a chance. And Cool Kinder's also going to be eliminated there as well. So both rats taken out in this situation, and this final zone looking to be a great fight here because we're in a very nice area. And we see, 1 player from Mayo Addicts down already. Chamby brings him down. I think it was on a Kraber there, I'm not 100% sure. And We Win This up here from the high ground, looking to 3rd party as well. The Bangalore going to take a lot of damage, going to have to heal up there. And I think Mayo Addict should be able to get the heal off. Oh, I say that, but Cole's going to get dropped as well. Mayo Addict's in huge trouble, and they're probably going to get eliminated. Cooper, the last man standing, going to be brought down.
Man.
And he's going to play. It's only 2 players left because the Octane has been taken out as well.
So, I
We're
mean,
not even going to
80K
get to the final zones yet because everybody's just pressuring already. 80K fully healthy and they're feeling confident right now. They can feel this win on their hands. I asked if they're going to get the W in this game and it's looking like it so far. But execution still needs to be there. There's only 2 half squads remaining. 2 on 69 Gaming and 2 on We Win These. Who have got another top 3 placement, mind you, Esmery.
Yeah, we asked for it. We were wondering what that third member was going to do, but now they're back to 2 again, so this is quite common grounds for them. They should be used to this by now. So we might actually see a little bit of a change up there. Either way, the rotations have to come through, and I mean, 80K, they're just sitting pretty right now. They're doing so well. I mean, just coming in there with the third party, chilling there with the sniper, getting the shots, not having to worry about anything. And Stuka here with the flatline. Ooh. Those shots can hurt if you're rotating through. Now, We Win These have to make the jump through. Not going to be tracked just yet, but 69 Gaming also now under pressure as We Win These come through to rain on their parade. Stuka actually going down to Surge. Man, oh man, what are these sniper shots right now? I believe there was a Kraber as well, so we've got some fire guns, we've got some fire loot, and 80K looking to get back into this as the recovery comes through. We Win These down to 1 member remaining. The LTs are going crazy. 69 Gaming looking to do a lot of damage here. The nades go out. But what can they do in the situation? 80K still with 3 members remaining. 69 Gaming down to 2. And of course, We Win These down to 1. A 3-2-1 situation right now. 80K surely have this in the bag. Have to be the favorites here. 69 Gaming taking a lot of damage, and this might be the end for them as 80K go in for the kill. The Gibby going for the reds. It's not going. It's 2 spots remaining. It's only 1 member for We Win These. 80K is your champion for the 3rd map. They've taken their dub. It's been long awaited, and here they are. They've made a point today, Camille. They've just come to prove themselves once again. As it is, 80K looking good.
This was a true 80K arena business as usual game. They rained tyranny through the map. From minute 1, they were getting kills, they were getting pickoffs, they rotated into third parties phenomenally, and came to the end game, Dr. Sid, they executed to the T. Credit to the big boys.
Yo, listen, 80K was listening to us in the studio, and they were like, yeah, we thought they were going to come through, doing 80K. Like, you said, what now? You said you want to see an 80K dominated lobby? We'll give you an 80K dominated lobby. And they did just that, bringing the 80K that we know and we knew from the group stages into the semifinals. That was just amazing gameplay. I was looking at the guy from We Win This. I was hoping he was just going to come in with that third party just at the right time to maybe take it at the end. But he was like, oh shit. Oh no, there's a third party going on. I think I might get, shotgun to the face. But I just have to say, this is the Apex African Legends, African Throwdown, and this is the excitement that comes with it. Let's say a big shout out to our champions, 80K, for coming through and giving us what I always like to call a masterclass in Apex Legends gameplay. That they held it down. They showed the pack and all the teams in this lobby that even though they didn't win the first and second games, 80K is no pushover. They are here to get to the finals next weekend. And as we always used to say, this third game is usually the do or die, the put up or shut up. And our MVP, who else but Das Suika? Camille, you know how deadly this guy is with the sniper, and he didn't disappoint in this game, did he?
So at the last panel, I said I always get my predictions correct, and I'm so glad you didn't ask me who was MVP for this game, Dr. Sid, because I was going to say Chambi again, but Das is the man this time. 7 kills, 1,500 damage. I think he was the MVP this game, but it was just all around. The 80K team as a whole played very clean Apex Legends. This was them playing, this was business as usual for them. This is their game, and they executed perfectly. Credit to them. I also want to say, We Win These were in a bit of a weird position there at the end, Dr. Sid, because the Team 69 Gaming were under pressure from 80K Arena, and they put down the bubble to get a raise. So when 80K jumped on them, they were safe in that Gibby bubble, so there was no chance for Windies to really third party that fight even because there was complete safety. So 69 Gaming actually costed We Win These really heavily there.
But that's what happens in these matches, Esme. What are you looking forward to in the next game?
The last map. It's the last opportunity for what we'll see shortly when we come back from break, what our top 10 and bottom 10 are looking like. So it's the last opportunity for those bottom 10 to get back in. I'm just looking forward to the absolute chaos because it's Olympus. It's always chaotic on Olympus. It's always crazy with these semifinals. And this semifinals team group has not, they've just come to play. They haven't disappointed in any shape or form.
Well, as me, you've said it better than I could say. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back right after this break. It's still the Apex Legends African Throwdown brought to you by Nordwin Gaming. Do not go anywhere. We'll be looking at the standings and seeing who's going to make it to the finals next weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a whoa because whoa is the final map. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Apex Legends African Throwdown brought to you by Northern Gaming. I am Dr. Sid here with Esmery and Camille, and we have made it through to the final map of the day in our semi-final two of the African Throwdown. We have seen different levels of Apex Legends gameplay going on throughout the day. ATK, Mayo Addicts, we win these. Teams have come through to showcase the best of African Apex, all in a bid to make it to the top 10 who will qualify for the finals next week, Saturday, next weekend, I have to say, because there are 2 days of finals next week, Apex Legends African Throwdown. Now, we just saw some amazing gameplay in the last match that we saw in Olympus. Let's take a look at the standings before we go into game 4. Whew, Camille.
Ooh.
Big surprise, ATK Arena back on top. That last game, again, I emphasized it in the last panel as well before our break, is that was ATK being themselves there. They dominated the lobby. We see they got to the top of the kill feed. They got their placement points now as well. They're looking very pretty at the top of the leaderboards. Mayo Addicts had a consistent performance once again here in the third map, but they didn't look too good. They were under a lot of pressure. They got rotated on and they got wiped out, so to speak, so they didn't make it to true end game. But it's all good. It's all good. We win these. They had their third player rejoin, and once again, they got their top 3 finish. It was actually a top 2 finish, so 2 top 2 finishes. If you look at points, they got the highest points from placement throughout the entire lobby so far, so credit to them. They're definitely doing something right there. But all around was a good game. OGC have kind of been struggling since their first dub, so hopefully they step it up here going into game number 4. It's the 4th and final chance. All these top 5 teams are sort of secured through to the top of the group. To the finals. But, from about 7, 8, 9, 10 till about 13, it's quite tightly contested. Dark Esports just need one game where they get a couple of kills, top 5 placement, and they can maybe secure themselves that top spot. It's very close on that end. So those teams who are in that position, if you're struggling, even if you pilled right at the bottom, get one dub and you make it to the finals, right? So I hope these teams get their heads on, they get their focus ready, and try force their way over to the top 10 so they can get that final spot, Dr. Sid.
Esmery, looking at these standings right now, even the guys in the top 5 aren't safe, because if IGL gets a dub with 20 points, they go straight into the top 5 position.
Yeah,
like,
look,
there's
there's no safety here in semifinals. Let's be honest. I mean, the fact that we've seen such chaos, we've seen such action, I really do believe that majority of the teams can really knock off one another at this point. I mean, yes, there's only one map left, but like you said, I mean, if you've got a number 1 placement, you come in first, maybe even in second. That 20 to 14 points are going to make huge differences right now, because everyone started on 0. Everyone has been performing, and everyone has come to the party to show and prove themselves and get themselves in that final spot. So yeah, I think you're right. I don't think anyone's safe right now.
So I mean, I would like to say that the guys, from 6th position down to 10th, the bottom 5, or not the bottom 5, but the from 6th to 10th position, need to really, really work on getting their points in this final map. Because if you think you're safe, you are not, and you are so close to making it into the finals. You don't want to let your guard down. You want to make sure that you come into this final game putting up your A game to make it into that final, because there is money up for grabs. It's $1,000 prize pool. Sometimes people need reminding of what they're playing for to understand what's at stake. Not only that, there's bragging rights. You want to be the champion of the African Throwdown. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going back to Olympus. I'm rooting for my guys from Outlaws in Nigeria to at least make it to the finals. You know what I'm saying? And let's put West Africa on the map and let them know what's popping on this side of the world. But as for me, Dr. Sid, I am stepping back now, because my 2 amazing friends in our various studios from our house, because we're practicing social distancing, are going to take you through the blow by blow, step by step, second by second action on our final map in the semi-final 2 of the Apex Legends African Throwdown, brought to you by Northern Gaming. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Esmery and Camille. Take it away, guys.
Woo,
The final
Camille.
map. The final map, Esmery. Are you hyped? Are you hyped enough is the question.
Oh, I'm so hyped right now. Who's going to be the dub for the final map? Is OGC, Underrated, or ATK going to take their second for the day? Or are we going to have another complete random, well, not random, but a complete new champion to look at for the final map of today? That is the question. I really do want to know. Is ATK out for revenge to get these last two maps? Or is it going to be someone new? Someone that we haven't seen in that top one spot?
I think for me, this is the only map of the semi-finals that I don't really care about the dub, to be perfectly honest. I don't care who's the top dog of this lobby. What I'm really curious to see is how those teams, like Dr. Sid said, from 6 to about 13. And again, even the bottom have a chance, but I'm not betting on them because I don't want to lose my money, but I still have faith, a little bit of faith in them. But those 6 to 13 teams, they really got to focus. This is the last chance. If you have one bad game, take a bad 50-50, you have a chance of falling out because the other guys pick up the slack. They will get the points. They get passed over you. So I think there's a lot of pressure for them. And I think it's one of these do or die moments, right? Are they going to crumble under the pressure, or are they really going to rise to the occasion and secure, really, I mean truly secure that top spot to make it towards the finals? That's what I want to see this game.
It's going to be a fun one, and to have it happen on Olympus, I mean, that just adds a little bit of spice on top, you know? You got a lot of cool places to have that early contention. There's always the threat of third parties, fourth parties, fifth parties. It's always crazy on Olympus. And yeah, we'll see how the drops are going to go. The zone's obviously going to make a big impact. When we had to go through Ivory Pass there, it was a little bit of a tough situation for a lot of the teams because there just was not any cover. Rotations were bad, and there was unfortunate mistakes made, but that's just how the cookie crumbles here in a Battle Royale sort of situation. And already you were seeing a little bit of split here, some contention there towards Tipo, actually, moving towards the third side. And Oasis might actually be the ATK safe zone there. It looks like we've got a bit of a fall off. They see ATK, they're like, we're not going to join that party for now. Otherwise, I think it's nicely spread out so far. Got some mutual respect. And the teams are going to go into their looting phase now and get ready and set for what's going to be an absolute cracker of your last map.
Yeah, it most definitely will be. And for all these teams, the pressure is even added on because, like you said, we're on Olympus. And look at this, a fight breaking out already. OGC Esports might find themselves in a tangle this time. But hopefully, it's more successful than the one they had when the first run of Olympus in this semi-finals, day number 2. Because that's when ATK took them out. So this time, they got a couple of great long-range weapons. So this is a perfect fight for them. They got a charge rifle. They got a G7 Scout. These weapons that really do scale in the longer range battles.
They do, and we saw how those snipers came in clutch in some of the previous maps. I mean, they were kill steals galore thanks to those snipers. So we'll see how that pans out. I mean, Olympus, you know, it's one of those maps that can really do well with a couple of nicely placed sniper positions. There are some beautiful high rises that you can work with, and the charge rifle is always a nice gun to have to get those Evo upgrades as quickly as possible. Does so much damage, you can connect that beam, but ooh, Team Devs now under a little bit of pressure. So far, so good, but we'll see how this goes. Ooh, the fight, the crack is down. What's gonna happen this time around?
Get out. Can they do this? There's so many players in this area. It's a complete mad place. Silver Beards have one player remaining. Can Chaps do it? Doesn't look like it. He gets brought down. So Team Devs win themselves a decent battle here. That's 3 points already on the board. But they did drop a member, so they're going to have to get that guy all the way back to the respawn beacon. Looks like they're very close to respawn beacon. But Underrated fighting as well. Are they in the same area? Yes, they are. So Team Devs might be in real trouble here. Won't even be safety to go fetch those respawn banners.
Oh, it's the third party. We talk about it all the time on Olympus. Here it is, an Underrated. They've already taken it up for the day, and now they're looking to take a couple more points away from Team Devs. As it is, we are down to 17 squads. And that's I don't know if it's the beauty or if it's the ugly side of Olympus, but that potential of third to fourth to fifth parties is always there. And here we go, Outlaws coming in clutch, looking to get some points of their own. Purely a Virgin looking for the fighter, he's looking for the hunt. That Eva 8 has to do the work here. Gas to connect that last shot onto the Gibby. How is he alive still? There it is, he goes down. And here comes the contention, here comes the teammate to try and clutch it out. The alternator doing well, but he goes down. Only one member remaining here for Outlaws. It's Outlaws versus Pulse. Who's going to come out on top? It's Outlaws going out with the clutch here. Man.
That was so tense. They might still be in trouble. Another team's even rotating here. Can Outlaws make it out of this? Even surviving for 1 second could be beneficial for them because a team could get eliminated. It could be extra points. They could get another kill.
Ooh. Onyx.
But it's not going to look like it for the moment. They're going to get wiped out. Feels bad. Oh man, Purely Virgin went into that room. He made the aggressive play to try and bring down that Jibby. That Jibby stayed alive a bit longer than we all thought he should. And then they just get rotated on. His teammates couldn't get in that building fast enough. They lost the battle outside. So very sad for the Nigerian team who gets wiped out so damn earlier, Esmery.
Yeah, we've had Pulse drop now, and now we've had Outlaws drop, leaving us with our top 15 for the last map of the semi-finals today. Who's going to be making that top 10? That is the question on all of our minds right now. So, as we mentioned, that 6-13 contention right now is huge, and we've seen time and time again how teams, I mean, Outlaws made it to top 5 in our previous map, and now they're dropping at 16th. That's not going to be a lot of placement points. They've at least taken the team down, so that's a couple of extra points in terms of that, but placements are not going to be saving them this time around, and for a lot of the teams that's the case. Now Doc Esports under a bit of pressure here from Mayo Addicts as they're looking to take out a team and get some points on the board here, secure their spot even further. I mean, they're looking good either way, but man, now they're just looking to clean up the lower teams and you know, make their competition a little bit thinner.
ATK gonna find some stragglers here in the form of Crocker Nosters. Should be able to wipe out the team. Cool Kinders did manage to make some big rat plays to secure a top 6 to get some points for his team a couple of maps ago. So maybe he can do it again if ATK don't just hunt him down. But Dark Esports, I am not trying to flame or anything like that, but I'm really disappointed in how they've done in the semi-finals. They were a team, I think, who showed me some promise in the group stages at least, and I don't think they've really lived up to their potential in any of these games. They've had no good placements. They're under pressure here in the 4th and final game, and I think they're gonna definitely feel like they've underperformed so far in the semi-finals. Gonna be very disappointed with themselves not making it towards the finals. I am a bit disappointed at least.
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a battle royale. I say it time and time again. RNG comes into play so many times, more
Look,
than
it's
we can
just-
count.
Did you just sorry to interrupt you there, but Esmery, did you see the long war with the 5 golden attachments? That is ridiculous.
I saw a sniper and I saw Dastrika, and I know that's a dangerous combination. So, ATK, they're feeling good. They're feeling good with that loot. So it's going to be a bit of a difficult situation for the rest of the teams. And like I said, RNG comes out. Whoever you meet up early on, you could be meeting the bottom dogs, you could be meeting the top dogs, and you might not have a good time, but Apex is about overcoming those battles, overcoming those challenges, and making it to the top no matter what. So it's a learning experience for everyone right now, and I think Dark Esports are going to go back to the drawing board. They're going to work on it hopefully a little bit and come back even stronger. So don't worry. Don't worry,
Let's
Camille.
make a
Let's
show.
go.
Feel free to book a coaching session with DNMK Tenchi. He's offering it on Pro Guide, $10 a sesh. I'm teasing. Esmery, he actually offered to coach us, by the way, so before the finals, I'll sponsor us if you want to go for it next week. And Innovation Gaming, they're going in here. It's going to be a rough fight for them. It's a do-or-die situation. It's going to be their last chance to get points. Can they save off the spike? Can they get some kills? It's not going to look like it because ATK are here. The worst team to run into, unfortunately for them. Man, oh man, luck is not on their side in this final game, Esmery.
Oh, that is a horrible situation to be in. Like I said, now Neoflux out of account. Unfortunate for them. I mean, teams have just had... Sorry, not Neoflux, one of the other teams. But now Neoflux now on the high rise. They've heard those fights go down. Now the question is, okay, do we go for the third party or not? Running into ATK like that just after a fight, that is a difficult situation to be in. And unfortunately, we've had teams like that just have that kind of that luck today, where they just keep running into top dogs like ATK. They fall down, and unfortunately, that is it for them. This is the last map of the day. No more chances, no more second chances. We'll see how the standings are later for them, but for the moment, you can see Neoflux trying to get out of the situation. Fantasy once again down to 1 HP, not looking too healthy right now. Bayo Addicts in the Rift taking quite a nice fight here. Haven't been in the Rift in a while, so good to see it happen. Ooh, that bombardment going down. Ooh, gotta be careful there. I am liking the composition that we're seeing today. We've had quite a variety. Haven't seen as many Revenants so far, but the Gibby coming in clutch here for Camille, so he's happy, right? You happy?
Most definitely. But I am, as you know, the more experience I get in Apex Legends, gonna go side with Tendo. He's just too cracked, right? He is probably the best champion in the game, or legend in the game rather. And it's just a meta pick at this point. You know, I feel bad for hyping them all up on it. But like you said, there's a big clash in styles compared to semi-finals, group on the first day and opposed to the one here in the second day. Revenant is like probably the most popular hero with Octane, of course, where they have their combos. So a lot of teams like to play. And here, it's more standard combos. People are playing a bit more conservatively with the Gibbs, with the Bloodhounds, etc. So there's a clash in styles. The finals is going to be very interesting when we get to it next weekend. But underrated, they're under pressure. Bradley going to get healed up there, or respawned rather. Wait. Oh yeah, he got rest. My bad. So good for them that they're still in it. That could have been a very precarious situation if they had to play 2 versus 3 in this final lobby. And OGC looking to put on the pressure here.
It's a nice little bit of combinations. Like we said, we see the Bloodhound and the Gibby often, and then that mobility hero can change either from a Pathfinder to the Wraith to the Octane. Haven't seen that many Horizons, but as I say, that Watson and Lifeline making a bit of an appearance here on DDC Crimson. So, yeah, look, the composition comes in, you know, it's what's comfortable, it's what's meta, it's what they need to work with, and potentially it's what they need to fight against the rest of their group. We've also seen how, you know, if a group's feeling confident, they're just going to go full aggression, man. They're going to go Octane, they're going to go Bloodhound, they're going to go Revenant, and they're just going to go in for the fight. So, depends on the team. But I am liking the fact that a lot of these teams are taking this so seriously, that they are taking those meta choices here. Underrated now, under a little bit of a fight to DDC Crimsons, actually, who have the high rise, but they don't have the zone. They need to rotate in. They do have those the snipers to try and hit the shots. Got to connect the shots. Does a little bit of damage there to Cheetah Boy, who's just trying to stay alive right now. With Fortune giving him a bit of covering fire, but it's not connecting just yet.
Oh, and Mayo Addicts making the move onto OGC. It looks like they wiped the full team there. So OGC getting caught yet again. Luckily for them, they had that big win in the first game, so not like they short on points or anything like that. But for confidence to get wiped in the final game, not going to be the greatest thing, but I'm sure they had the composure for the finals. And actually, Mayo Addicts getting rotated on now as well. But the Hunters have become the hunted, it seems, because Mayo Addicts absolutely decimating these kids. My word, Cole, relax, fam. Relax. You gonna find the third one? He is. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it, Esmery.
Innovated Sky Gaming now under a little bit of pressure here, down to 1 member remaining. And 11 squads left. The hunt is on. And Mayo Addicts, they're not looking to let down in terms of kill points at all, in any shape or form. They're looking to perform. They're looking to get their top 3. Maybe even the dub here, as these shots are just so insane. The tracking, what is happening? Mayo Addicts on something today because they're just on fire.
And I would love to see them actually get that dub. They looked very good in the group stages. They put on good performances in match 1 and 2. Let's see if they can keep it up. The dub would be great for them. It would be great for them. It would be making that statement as they go into the finals. They're already looking like one of the best teams, but they might be looking like maybe the biggest dark horse team coming into the finals then. And talking about dark, Fun was really not intended in this situation, but they had a rough one, Esmery.
Oh no, what's happening here? You were talking about it. You wanted to see more from them, and now they're down to 2 members remaining. Actually, just 1 alive. Croconoster's down to 1. Coolkinder's once again playing the rat game here with the Wraith. I mean, one of the better heroes to work with here. But this zone is proving quite horrible for most of these teams. Dark Esports. Oh no, the shots.
The slow, painful death.
Die to the zone or die to the shots at this point. Ooh,
don't give them the points. Be spiteful. That's what I like to see.
In a position now. Here comes the Wraith.
Oh, Coolkinder's actually stealed. Alright, it's rat on rat action there. That's good for them. Easy points. He's in the top 10 points now for his team. And he gets another point from the kill there as well. So he's doing the things there. This is the second time he's pulling these rat stunts for Croconosters.
I mean, we've had some insane rats. I mean, we win these being one of the most notable pair. They only had two members for the first 2 maps, and somehow, someway, they've been making such good placements. So, hey, it just goes to show you, placements really do make a big difference. Like we said, I mean, a lot of these teams can really change up the standings with a good placement here or there. Top 2, top 1. ATK now finding another team to fight it out with. Underrated in the zone, taking a few fights of their own. Looking to get the team wipes here. Oh, the crack is in. K9 there with the Spitfire taking down the Tweaker in the meantime. KP as well. So Mayo Addicts and ATK going ham. And as we tune into them, as I mentioned it looks like ATK are down to 2 members. The Mayo Addicts under pressure themselves. That Bloodhound goes down, and that's Mayo Addicts out for the count. Top 8, here we come.
ATK have no rest this game. They really want to submit themselves as the best in the group and the best in this lobby as a whole. they want to go into the finals as favorites. I think they would have been regardless of how these games went, but man, oh man, that is massive. Wiping out Mayo Addicts yet again.
Whew. I mean, this semi-finalist group, I mean, both of them have just been absolutely insane. We've had some beautiful group stages, and I was really hyping up how I'm so excited with the teams that we've been seeing, the players that have been showing potential, but semi-finals, now here we are, and it's just chaos. It's beautiful action today. And if you guys aren't hype in chat, I don't even know what you need to be seeing. Revert Caustic also alive with all 3 members remaining. We haven't seen them for a while. They've made it to top 6. Daddy Cool didn't have to rat it out this time around. He's got his members, he's got his team ready and waiting for that dub. Potentially, we actually might see Revert Caustic making you and Thendo proud this time around, Camille.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, Caramel gave a... Nintendo has your stream open. He's got your player perspective, so no misplays. We are watching, fam. We are watching. But all jokes aside, they've done really well this 4th and final map here, getting a top 6 placement. They got a couple of kills as well. They're gonna feel very happy with themselves. Let's see how they can manage to play the end game here. Again, when they do it, the whole stream is watching. They got their own stream watching. They got our stream watching. The fans will be so happy to see the streamer team really come through clutch in these situations.
Oh, underrated now. This rotation, look at this. Ah, it's painful. It's just painful.
Oh, this third zone does quite a bit of damage, but they're gonna make it through fairly easily, and it might pay off going for this long rotate because they can, you know, get on behind teams. Maybe ambush. Look at where they are. They completely avoided a lot of teams there.
That's quite nice. So 80k now, they've spotted a team in close contention. The zone's still rotating in. Oh, you can see there's actually a rat going on right now. So interestingly enough, we've got 2. We've got one from Dark. We've got Dom Rego, it looks like. And wow. Other than that, I mean, the rest of the team's looking quite healthy there with 3 members. So we actually might have quite a fire last couple of team fights here. Top 6 looking quite interesting here.
It definitely is this final game. Delivering through all the anticipation, all the build-up in the rounds. 80k want to get the second dub, the only team in the group to be able to do so. And there's teams looking to get their points. Obviously, the Rats, credit to them from Swazi Gold, should secure. Both these teams, I think, might secure top 10 placements. I don't want to speak for Croconautas because they were a bit lower. But Swazi Gold were in the top 10 after the second round. So they're in a very decent position. And 69 Gaming showing up once again. They made it to the top 3 in our last map on King's Canyon. And now they'll be in the top 6 here. And one of the few teams with the full 3-man squad. So let's see what they can do coming into the end game here.
We actually have quite a few teams that are still sitting pretty healthily. I mean, we're down to 6 squads. We've got 14 members remaining. So you take away those other 2, I mean, you've got some healthy teams. And look at that,
Most
man.
definitely.
Look at the rotations now that...
Oh, they're
through
going
the
through zone again.
In fact,
They're going to run into
Yeah,
80k though. I'm not sure about this.
Oh,
Underrated.
they're taking the balloon around. But what choice do they have?
Uh-oh.
This is gonna be a fun one. Oh no, not like this, not a zone.
Can I get an F in chat, boys?
No.
That was... I'm not understanding. Why did they make that rotation? I swear they made it to the other side. Like, they rotated from that area to the next area. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe it's something I don't know. Chat, please enlighten me if you can. But that's just sad.
It's the pathing from that area. You don't have a direct walkway, so they had to take the balloon either way. But then they decided to take the balloon around, you know, potentially to flank 80k or whatever team that was sitting there. So it's a decision that they made with whatever information they had that we obviously don't have. But yeah, it sucks when it doesn't pay off. It really does.
It is what it is. They can have more time to show off in the finals. And 80k looking to take a fight here. They're taking from low ground to high ground here. A lot of damage onto Wiso. He's still playing quite confidently. 2 bars of shield left there.
Oh, 69 Gaming. I mean, we haven't seen them really make it too far. They've had such good placements thus far, but now they're looking at a top 4 finish, right? You've got 3 of their members remaining. We've got the Rats getting eliminated. We've got Revert Caustic as well in this top 4, looking to actually rain down on the parade of 69 Gaming here. So they might actually be taking them out for the count. Oh, the crack comes through.
This is a great
69 not looking too healthy. Oh, that bombardment is going to be huge now with 80k on the back line as well.
And
69
ATK are smelling
Gaming really
blood.
don't have
They're
bread.
smelling blood because they wanted to go on 69, but looks like Daddy Cool and the boys from Remote Caustic have done it for them, and now they're gonna know that Daddy Cool and them have used a lot of their abilities, so they're ready to fight. They're gonna go into the Prowler. A lot of damage coming out here from Wiso. They already dropped. They actually steal the kill on Surge, and looks like Reverse Caustic. They're gonna run the hell away. They know ATK's in the area. It's gonna be a touch and go fight. I believe there's one more full team still left. Oh no, my maths is wrong. There's one more rat left. 6, 8. Oh, there's 2 rats left. Yeah,
There's
there
two
are
rats,
2
yeah.
rats left. Okay.
We still got Doc Esports. You've got a member from 69 Gaming here.
So the finale really is the streamers versus the pros.
It's all come full circle right now. So Revert Caustic, you've been waiting for them to show up here. They've got top 4 now. They've got 2 rats and ATK. I mean, this is one of the better situations you can be in. I mean, of course, ATK is here to rain on your parade, but there's potential here. They're on the roof, sitting and waiting now for the zone to come in. Wiso is Gibby though, so that means that defensive bombardment can make a little bit of trouble for them. They do have a Gibby of their own, so that shield can give them a little bit of cover. But then it's going to come down to how these ultis are going to come in. Actually, we're seeing that ultimate gen coming through, so we might have an interesting last couple of fights here.
We'll see how it goes. I wonder if they can stay on this rooftop or they're going to have to rotate into the building, because if they have to run into ATK, it's not going to be a fun time. And look at, they actually get another kill. There was actually a Kami player left, one of the few rats left in the game. So now it's just the last final rat from Dark Esports. And of course, Revert Caustic, all the streamers, and ATK, the pros. It's hype. The anticipation is building. We are almost at our 6th zone, just a minute left, and then teams are going to be forced to fight.
Oh, the Bloodhounds are also going to make a big difference. I mean, especially for the rat. He has no opportunity to really hide, because as soon as that scan comes through, his position is known. As I say that, no.
But I don't think either of these teams want to give up their position and go get him, right?
Why not? I mean, leave him to the last top 2, right? Because then you're going to have a much easier fight for first place. And as you said, I mean, for them to go and get him right now, they have to expose themselves to Revert Caustic if you're ATK. And if Revert Caustic now want to go for that, they're going to have to drop off this position. So it's not a good idea either way. But it's a waiting game now.
It is indeed 25 seconds before we get to that infamous 6th zone. Both teams are kind of in the middle. Obviously, one team at the bottom, one team at the top.
I mean, we've had ATK in the situation, or we've actually had, I think, DNK in the situation before, where it's just a waiting game. They wait, they've got the position, they've got cover, they can just chill, they can relax, they can maybe put a little bit of pressure there with that defensive bombardment, but then it's going to come shields, it's going to be ulti versus ulti, you know.
No. The rat is right next to the zone, so the zone is going to close on him in the 6th zone. I was wondering what impact Ji is going to have, Yishu rather, is going to have there. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, because if these two teams start duking it out, you could see that same situation that Mayo Addicts found themselves in earlier, where a rat just took out one of their team members and they were going to be in a rough position to fight up against Underrated. You see the thermite grenades coming out. The ring's going to be closing by the second. Mr. Rat still surviving, but now the zone is there. The zone's going to be a monstrous amount of damage, yeah?
For how
But
long?
he's rotating. He's rotating. He's still hiding. He's playing it well.
Ow! He took a note out of Chamby's book there, and he's making this Octane work for him right now. I still don't know what's going to happen here with Revert Caustic and ATK, though. So much damage now being dealt there with the defensive bombardment. Here it is. The ultis are coming out. Dark Esports somehow, someway, they still have a member in this with the nades are going, the Octas are there, the zone is there. This is insane.
I'm not sure who used the Gib ulti first, but that could be them playing the hands a bit early on Reverse Caustic. It does look like they're the ones who use it. They're down one spell. They might find the rat here. They finally bring him down. ATK, what are they about to do here? The zone's about to hit them. They're going to be forced to fight. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. They're going to drop the Gibby. They're going to go in. The fight is here. How's the shot's going to be looking so far? It's looking great. They bring down one. Daddy Cool's going to drop. Cinder's going to drop. And ATK Arena are just too good. They take the final game here in the semi-finals in emphatic style.
Not a single player dropped there in those last couple of fights. Just a clean sweep here from ATK, who have taken the second dub. The only teams who have taken 2 maps today, because we've had such contention in the second group of semi-finalists. And here they are making a point once again. 2 in a row as well. Woo!
All I have to say All I have to say is that I think ATK is listening to me. They're like, "Oh, you thought we couldn't do it? We did it, and we're doing it again." And it's just amazing to see the level of professionalism. Like those final minutes, we had everyone trying to make sure that they got the best out of it because there was a lot at stake. That was the final opportunity for teams to make it into the finals. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let's give a shout out to the champions, the winner of Game 4 in semi-final 2. It is ATK, and I'm taking guess to say Chambi is going to be the MVP. What do you think, Esmery?
Oh, I mean, at one stage I was looking at him, and that was even before this top 3 fight went down, and he already had 8 kills. He was the kill leader, I believe. So I wouldn't be surprised at this point. He's really been putting in some fantastic shots today. But I feel like every member from A2K has just been showing up. We've had Das Tweaker as well. We've had Chamby. Maybe we might see a little bit of Wiso MVP. Question
The
mark?
AVPs just don't like the support players, man. They don't
Chambi,
like them.
I said it. I called it.
Ah.
Listen, ATK is putting on a masterclass. I think they're sending out messages to teams like DNNK to let you know that, listen, there's a team in semi-final 2 that's coming through in the finals. I'm pretty sure that their spot in the top 10 is confirmed. What I'm hoping, what I'm praying for right now is I saw my boys Outlaws NG go out
Very early,
early,
Dr. Sid.
and I'm worried for them, but fingers crossed they come through. Camille, what was some of the most outstanding plays for you in this final match?
I think it was really great to see the contrast in styles at the end there, where you see the difference. I mean, big credit to Revert Caustic for making it towards the finals, but you see the difference between content creators who are very good at the game and actual pros. Because when ATK went out, they were so decisive. Once the gunplay came, it should be 3-on-3, it should be 50-50, but it was not 50-50. Doctor said it was pros versus, well, not pros, and they really swept it up. So that contrast was great. The third map was an interesting one. It was really sad to see Underrated get caught by Zone. Mayo Addicts, of course, taking that fight against ATK Arena early was also a great moment. But ATK, they were just, in these last 2 maps, man, they dominated. I don't know what else to say. They styled it.
So speaking about underrated and getting caught by the zone, I felt like they actually made it out of the zone, and then some guy accidentally went back in. I don't know. It looked weird. Like,
Look, I think it's that case of you've got a lot of things to do. You're under pressure, you're under rush, you need to get in, and then you need to go back and get a teammate in the zone. And you're low HP now just from traveling in the zone, so it's a difficult situation. But then I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the comms were there. I don't know how it happened. I did see 2 making it through. I saw 1 knocked in zone. I don't know.
because
I don't know
it was
I
a
don't know
weird
if there was a
situation.
third party, someone turned around, did some damage, or what?
It was a weird situation because I just felt that, oh, they made it, they're good, and because I remember you saying not like this, and then the guy made it out, and then I think he turned back to get someone in zone who had made it out of the zone, and then it was a weird situation, and it just, listen, the whole table's head has just gone upside down because I see 69 Gaming was up there, you know what I'm saying, like people who you thought would be at the bottom. I saw Swazi Gold was up there as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, these are guys out of the top 10 getting high position places. What is going to happen to the standings? I'm biting my fingernails, just thinking about what's going to happen.
Outdoors, Dr. Sid, because they went out very early. We see Dark Esports, who were already struggling, managed to get a very high placement, top 3 placement. We saw Croconosters, Cool Kinders getting another rat game where he was just hiding around to a high placement. 69 Gaming did well. I'm not going to say they ratted it because they got top 3 last game with their full team. This time around, they got top 3 as well. Not top 3, top 4, top 5. They got to the end game at the very least. So they've been doing well. I think it's very well deserved their spot in the top 10, which I assume they got. But yeah, it's gonna be close for a lot of the teams there at the end portion of
Look,
this.
the guys in the production suite and the observers and the statisticians are working hard because we don't want to get this wrong. We have to make sure that when the standings come out, not like yesterday where we had like a team had to be swapped out. We thought that a team made it into the top 10, and we found out that the permutation was wrong because they had less kills. So right now they're making sure that when these stats come out and you see them displayed on this screen, it'll be the official top 10 teams that are going to be making it to the final 20 that will be going at it next weekend at the finals of the Apex Legends African Throwdown, brought to you by Nordwind Gaming. I don't know if it's possible if I can get the production team to just put up the prize pool once again, because I want everyone watching right now to understand what's at stake and what we are actually playing for. Esmery, take us through this amazing prize pool once again.
Woo! We've got that fourth place coming in with the $100. We've got third place running away with 200. You have second going to be stealing away that 300, and the champion's going to be taking that $400, ultimately all making up that $1,000 prize pool, which of course is why everyone's here, why everyone's playing. Not only for the bragging rights, but for that wonderful cash dollar that they can run away with later to get the next gen consoles, like you keep saying,
And
whatever they need to.
I said, in this panoramic that we're in right now, having some dollars in your pockets is actually a good thing right now. And I think this, for me, what Northern Gaming for the African continent and for esports in Africa is a big deal, because we haven't seen competition like this on this level. The production is amazing. Apart from a few server crashes, the gameplay, the hosting has been amazing, and I'm just super excited because this weekend definitely sets the tone for what happens next weekend. Now we're still on standby for the final standings, and it is looking like. Camille, what's going to be your top four?
For the finals, we're talking about finals.
No, right now for the final standings for today.
Okay,
your top
80k
four.
number one. Let me know PT later. 80k number one. I think Mayo Addict should be number two, I believe. Probably. I wonder who's number three. I would like to say underrated, but I feel like it didn't have that high placement. I think probably no. They got knocked out too early this game, so definitely not them. Maybe OGC still gives their number three from their third place after they dub at the start, but then at the same time they also haven't had great results afterwards. So the third spot I really don't know, but it should be one of those teams will be at least four. So I don't know who's at third. I really don't know. Well, maybe 69 Gaming got there because they've got two top three finishes.
Yeah. So guess what? The standings are ready, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the top 10 or the standings after the final game in semi-final 2.
Oh, look at that! Outlaws making it a top 10.
I'm good. I can go to bed now. Oh my God, Esmery, talk us through this amazing looking table, please.
I mean, here we go, Camille. 80k, Mayo Addicts, We Win These, and Underrated, and OGC are your top 5. Then the streamer team coming in there with top 6, Revert Caustic, 69 Gaming making it in. The sister team, Royal Esports 1, they made it, and Croconosters have made it to the top 10 with Outlaws being your 10th position. That is a very beautiful top 10 that I'm looking at.
Listen. I just want to say something. You see, when we're talking about the people from 6 to 10 and how they weren't safe, I can't remember. I don't know. I'm really trying to hope. I should have asked this earlier on if it was possible for us to see the standings just before this game and after to see how people shifted. It's crazy to see. Like, look at we win these. They came from obscurity to a top 3 position. Do you know what I'm saying? Underrated, pushed in their top 4. OGC ZA had so many great plays, but they end up in 5th position. Revert Caustic have been highly rated throughout this entire tournament, but they end up in 6th position. I'm just happy. Croconosters, I've been in love with that name from day one, and they're in there in the finals. And Outlaws NG, I'm super excited. I saw one of the players, he said he was going to cry and go to sleep because they went out. They said every time they got some kills, OGC would show up with a third party and take them out of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been amazing. It is the Apex Legends African Throwdown, and it has been a showdown. It is brought to you by Nordwind Gaming, and right now it is extremely important for everyone watching right now to make sure that you follow Nordwind Gaming Africa on all their socials, because guess what? The new grouping for the finals will be announced via social media. So if you want to get the scoop, if you want to be in the know, if you want to be the first people to find out what's popping or what's going to be popping next weekend, you have to be following Northern Gaming Africa on all their socials. Today has been a great day. Camille and Esmeralda's sacrifices have worked. Camille, what do you have to say, man?
So, final words I want to say here on the stream, Dr. Sid, is that I'm very happy at how this group ended. I feel like the top 10 really is representative of the 10 best teams. If you look at the kills and stuff, if Dark Esports made it over Outlaws, I would have been devastated, because if you look at it, Outlaws had 11 kills. Yes, they didn't have the greatest placement points because they got third parted a lot, but I would have been very sad if any of these teams had to fall out of the top 10. So I think for us today, we got lucky. The sports gods, stuck to the fair play, and all the best teams made it through. No server crashes. The best teams made it through. We had sick Apex, and we got to watch ATK style. I think this is a great day. Today, as you said, Dr. Sid, was a good day. Quote Ice Cube.
Definitely. Esme, I want you to take us through the schedule for next week, which is about to pop up on the screen right now. Tell us what the people are expecting for the finals next weekend.
Woo, we've got 2 absolutely cracked days of finals for you guys next week. Of course, the top 10 from each of the semi-finals groups are going to be going through to showcase what they've got and to get their share of that prize pool. So now, of course, we've got 4 maps every single day. So the first day, they've got 4 maps. The second day, they've got 4 maps. A total of 8 maps. I mean, quick maths. Going to be absolutely cracked. These teams are really going to be put through the ringers here to showcase why they deserve to get their spots, why they deserve to get their share of that prize pool. So Saturday and Sunday is going to be absolutely cracked.
Yo, see, I'm super excited because there are 2 grand final days. And when you know what's going to happen is that people are going to come through with their A games. Some people are going to pray to their gods. Some people are going to do the sacrifices. Some people are going to go into the gym. Some people are going to be watching back the VODs, and just prepare for next week, which is going to be an amazing battle. Listen, Esme, any last words before we close for the day?
Blind peekers. Okay, do not disappoint the Shelby boys. I want to see you. But all these teams that have made it, guys, I am so excited. These teams have just been absolutely crazy, and I want to give a shout out to those teams, those casual teams that are like, you know what, we play Apex on a day-to-day basis. We don't really do this professionally, but we want to give it a shot. You guys that went and registered, you have made everyone proud. All of your friends, everyone that supported you, I support you 100%. You guys did absolutely beautifully, and I'm so glad that you entered, because it just made this tournament what it is, and it made it so beautiful. It brought the vibes, and I'm very happy that you brought the vibes.
Camille, any last words before we go?
If Caramel Gamer can do it, you can do it too.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Apex Legends African Throwdown. My name is Dr. Sid, here with Camille and Esmery. Don't forget to follow Northern Gaming Africa on all our social media. And watch out, this week we're going to be announcing the groupings for the finals next weekend. My name is Dr. Sid, and we are signing out. We will see you next weekend for the grand finals, day 1 and 2.